You know,
I was a bad son, now I'm a good dad. I was a bad son, now I'm a good dad. I was a bad son, now I'm a good dad. What up? When I was a little boy, I put my hood on my back. All eyes on me and nobody cut me no slack. While bowling up and down, that cold money was all I thought. And daddy was selling drugs, so it made me say fuck sports. Him teaching me the game, felt like he was passing the torch. In front of projects, I jumped off the stoop, not a port. My OGs was my idols, not no Meech or Rick Ross. And remember, to be a boss, life was always the cause. I carry Christ on my back, that's why they call me the cross. And whenever shit was rough, I just hustle and stay my course. And every time I pull myself back on my feet, digging my cleats. Every step I take, rip up the streets. A gun in a vest, some money and weed is all I need. When I hit the block, my mama started losing her sleep. To love a nigga like me is really not for the weak. I became a villain after that 100 bullets ate up my Uncle G. I was a bad son, now I'm a good dad. I'm hands-on, my kids ain't raised by no iPad. I show up every day, if you a man, try that. Can't call yourself a man if you make a child and deny that. Show up every day, if you a man, try that.
yo, what up, Cuzzo?
Make a child and deny that. Show up every day.
Hello.
Yo, what up,
Hi.
Cuzzo?
What up,
Hey,
bro?
Noah.
How doing?
Noah
You got
back.
TV?
Noah
You got your
back.
TV on?
No, it's
What?
me. That's me. That's me.
How
My bad.
doing? I got like 4 echoes going on. I can
That's Dave on.
Oh,
What up, Noah?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
What up, Noah? Noah back. Raise the roof.
What y'all been talking about without me? I watched one episode since I've been gone. I've been meaning to catch up, see what if BJ was talking smack about me while I was gone.
I didn't say nothing
As
about you.
always.
I've been
As always.
I've been giving the Muslim smoke.
Yeah. So he was definitely talking smack about me.
Nah, it was Dawood. Dawood started this.
Dawood, his son.
Dawood. Nah, Suleiman ain't got nothing to do with it.
So he mom be taking shit.
Dawood started is well, we're gonna get into that later. I'm gonna run through some of these topics first because people be hitting me like, yo, y'all don't never go through the topics. We be stuck on religion and politics. Um,
Happy holidays, Joshua. Hey, Cross.
what up, Josh?
Happy holidays. Happy holidays. What up, cousin?
Um, how was Jordan, yo?
It was great. It was much needed. I haven't been back in a while, and I got used to it real quick. I don't know why the fuck I'm here.
I was about to I was about to ask you that. When was the last time you was there before this time?
It had been like 3 years and a half, 4 years.
Hmm.
I went back once since I came to America when I first came here, when it was still like the end of COVID.
Peace and
Hi,
love. Peace and love,
Shakira.
Shakur.
Hey,
Um,
mom.
Thank you.
so you said so when you went back, you said what? You didn't want to come back to America?
No, I actually really didn't. I just forget how much more. I don't know. It's comfortable out there. It's very comfortable out there.
Hmm.
You got your own people out there and stuff, no? Where you just like go back home type of deal?
Yeah, all my friends from school is back there. All my parents is back there. I got cousins back there, but my family is sprawled in different countries. I don't have that much family there. Like cousins, I got less than five. That's still in
Mm.
Jordan. A bunch of them are in Syria. A bunch of them are like in Europe. But it was still nice. Like it was nice to catch up. There's like two baby cousins I have that I never met. Like they're under 4 years old. It's nice to really find out who my new cousins are. I met two little babies.
Well,
Hey, Jazz.
what up, John? How long is that flight?
This is the first time I did they got a direct flight now. I used to have to stop in Europe and in another
From
state
New
in
York?
America. Now I can do direct New York to Jordan, 12 hours and a half to get there, 13 hours and a half to come back. I don't know why it's an extra hour on the way back.
That ain't
Honestly, I've
bad.
never been in a plane for that long. I've always like done stops in the middle. 13 hours in one go is absolutely nuts. Like my back was about to put out by the time I got out that chair.
Yeah, I couldn't
Uh,
do it.
it's
Yeah,
horrible.
nah.
Yeah,
I'm
But
so I'm so used to the Atlanta to New York 2 hour flight. I went to LA. It was 4 hours, and I was stressing. Word up, I was stressing.
yeah, it's just a
but
little too
time
Flight
long
is
flight
for
to
me. Yeah,
frozen.
LA.
it's
I don't know
crazy.
why it passed so slowly on a plane. Like every hour I would sleep
Mm-mm.
and wake up 20 minutes past. I would fall asleep again, wake up. It's still the same hour. Like
But I
Yeah, you
said,
just
like a flight like that, I would have to fly first class. I would have to spend like $10,000-$15,000 on tickets just
yeah,
to be comfortable and fly
yeah.
first class.
That's where my mom's at now at this age. That's where she's reached. So every time she
Right.
always pissed that I don't come because we're the only ones that go economy. She always talk about she can't do it if it's not first, and it's like 6,000-7,000 to come here first class. So I gotta start planning in
One
advance to
way.
come over. Yeah, it's expensive as shit.
yeah.
It's
Um,
not worth it. Like honestly, under 10 hours isn't worth it to me. But if I was like six, like older, like I couldn't do it economy. It really just you feel it. Like you need like weeks to recover after.
Yeah, nah, I'm good. Not
Like
that
the
long in
Canadian
there. I can't do
airline
it.
is not the best, honestly. There's like the economy seats is no room in there. It's like you wanna like bust one of them the New York buses. It's like
I want to fly to DR for my 40th, but I don't think that's too far.
yeah, I don't think DR is that far. I've never been. I think it's like probably 7 hours or something. That's my guess.
Oh wait, we got to rethink this. That's a little that's a little too far.
Wait, I'm just
Uh,
guessing. That's just the feeling. Wait, I'm guessing from New York. New York to DR flight duration. It might be shorter actually. Oh no, it's 4 hours. That's nothing.
okay, that's not bad. That probably means it's about 5 to 6 for me. I don't know. That's just that's pushing it. That's about the limit, matter of fact.
I was looking for y'all topics. I was gonna start with y'all topics. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see. Okay, you just sent this. No, Trump administration says it's freezing child care funds to Minnesota after series of fraud schemes. Minnesota got a lot of bull crap going on, man.
That's the Somalians with them fraud
Not all my
schemes.
kids know.
Let me see.
And there's civilians out there protecting them,
Protecting
which
who?
is wild. The Somalians.
I mean, that's baby Somalia for real, for real.
I have never known. I didn't know Somalians was even in this country until this news and all of this.
You crazy? You don't know? You didn't know Somalians was over here.
I,
Everyone is in America.
I ain't saying it like that, but I didn't know they was that deep. If you would have asked me what's their population here, I didn't know they took over a whole state.
They ain't take over the whole state. They just got a city. They ain't take over the whole state.
Mm,
It's just that it's Minnesota. You know what I mean? So
mm.
anything you do in Minnesota is gonna resonate loudly. But I ain't gonna lie, no. I blame Ehan Omar. Blame
Why
him.
is it her fault? I'm trying to read up on this fraud thing. I saw the article like 2 minutes before we started. But why you already think it's her fault?
Because if it wasn't for her, she and it's not just her, it's all of them that go after Trump that be so, you know what I mean, so gun ho on Trump. Then when they start digging into their closets, all those skeletons fall out. All those skeletons fall out.
All right, now let's see what they're actually blaming it on.
It's good to have the researcher back.
Yeah, it's probably been crazy. It's just been. Has anybody replaced me as the researcher? Or BJ
Oh
been
man.
winging it?
Nah, you know me and BJ talk from a logical or fact standpoint. Everybody else swings it. besides Will. Everybody else wing it.
Man,
We need Kurt. He didn't answer the group chat.
Probably sleep or something. You know, he old.
come on, y'all. I should have had this already. My bad.
Ain't none.
I just really don't understand why the daycare fraud is being pinned on the Somali population. Like, I haven't seen any actual
That's who's.
facts making, substantiating that link of the Somali population to daycare fraud. This is a $250 million scheme.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, if it's really like, I don't understand, the narratives aren't even lining up. Like, Trump's whole narrative is their IQ is 50 and they are the stupidest population. And now they talk about they have a $250 million scheme to defraud government childcare. That does not sound like some 60 IQ shit. Sounds like a very, a very well thought out scheme.
Sounds like they got you, Bucko.
IQ ain't got nothing to do with hustle though.
You don't think
Mm,
it takes a high IQ to devise something like that and go undetected for 4 or 5 years?
No, because
I
the
just
government is involved. The Tim Waltz, all of them is involved. You know what I mean? So you do have smart people that's involved too, like Ihan Omar. She's not stupid. There's a lot of people that's intelligent enough to, you know what I'm saying, make it work. Then you got the government with you. Then it is what it is.
all it takes is
Yeah.
repetition. One person to tell them, listen, especially them being a group as a culture and a race and everything. All they're gonna do is say, listen, I'm doing getting this money this way. Tell it to the next person. That's all a hustle is. That's all a hustle is.
All right. First of all, as of November, prosecutors had charged 77 people, and they described Amy Bach, who was white, as the mastermind of the operation.
So it's not even
Attribute-
Somalian people.
It's literally a white girl, and you want to blame it on the Somali population. Let's see who this Amy Bach girl is. Damn, they take him. She's the founder and executive of a nonprofit that was started the pandemic fraud scheme.
Hey Naima, walaikum assalam. Hope I pronounced that right.
Man, I forgot my
Dang.
password, bro.
All right, next topic, BJ. Found the topic list.
Go ahead, y'all go. Let me. I can't even get in my email.
Mm-mm. Hey, no, I did some research on the Saddam Hussein thing,
Yeah.
and come to find out, yep, he was terrible. He caught his first body while he was 10, and he absolutely had something to do with 9/11. He funded it from Osama bin Laden. He
Nah,
and
I don't know about that 9/11
hold
shit.
on, hold on. He funded. I'm gonna get to the list of the stuff he did. He funded Osama bin Laden. He also killed from what was it, 5,000 people and injured over 10,000 with the poison thing he did. And he went to war in Kuwait. And what you call it said he came from a rich family. No, he didn't. He was broke. He didn't go to school until he was 10 years old, and his uncle gave him his first gun. Hey, cat. And then what happened? He invaded Kuwait, took their oil, put his family on after that. Yo, he was terrible. He
He
was
is
terrible.
horrific. The Kuwait, I agree with almost every point you made except the 9/11 tangent you went off on.
No, he funded Osama. He funded. He
He
gave him the
funded
bread.
Osama. He probably did fund Osama, but I just don't think he had anything to do with
If you funded him, then
9/11.
you okay. If you funded him, then you completely agreed for whatever he was going to do. Then at that point, right? Oh, and he stole
Probably did.
20. And they said he didn't have no weapons of mass destruction. He stole 25 pounds of uranium. What are people talking about? He stole a whole nuclear plant. What are people talking about? He was terrible. he had everything. I'm not saying everything to do with 9/11, but he had a lot of bad things on his slate. They was a hero. No, he wasn't.
Who did
You're
you
not a
see him
you're
from?
not a hero from you're not a hero for making schools and hospitals. That's just the basic necessities. You're not a hero for that. You're in charge, and you're not a hero for having schools and hospitals.
I think a lot of the reasons that Arabs saw him as a hero was at that time he was one of our strongest leaders, as especially for Palestine and Jordan. He was somebody that was standing up for Palestine, was standing up against Western leaders.
No, he was
Like
robbing people.
you want to act like Devon. Devon, you think
I'm just saying what he was doing. You know me, no. I'm just naming the facts. This is what
Okay,
he
but
did.
when you get to that level of power and like money or whatever, when you get to that level, I don't think robbery is as is the craziest crime you could commit at that level. I think almost every billionaire had to probably like who he was robbing. I'm In terms of bloodshed, I completely agree with you. He probably has at least 1 million bodies on him. The
All
Kuwait
leaders
War,
do.
Iraqis, his own people sentenced him to death. Like
Everyone that leads a country has murders on their hands,
exactly.
has blood on their hands. Everyone.
Listen, all I'm saying is my main point when we had brought him up then is that he had nothing to do with 9/11. Yes, he did. He funded Osama bin Laden.
No, he
That's
didn't.
not.
No,
He
I don't
gave.
think.
I
Where
think
you
he. I
where you
think
where
Well,
you
but by
getting your
that logic,
information from?
okay, but
I
by that
watched.
logic,
I watched two videos. I'll send y'all the two videos I watched. They were one was an hour long and one was like another 30-minute long about his history and everything. But I'll send y'all the
What,
videos if
like
y'all
you
want to see
just
them.
watched two YouTube videos or something?
It was one was a documentary and the other one was just
A
like pure
documentary
fact
on what?
on or so like I said, I sent you the link.
all right.
I'll do it right now. I'll put it in the group chat.
No, I don't want the link. I just want to know where you got your information from.
And
They
Go
was
ahead,
on
though.
YouTube. They were YouTube videos.
An
Okay.
independent Pentagon study that reviewed 600,000 Iraqi documents found no smoking gun or direct operational link between Saddam Hussein and bin Laden, although Hussein's regime did support other terrorist groups and had some contacts with Al Qaeda that didn't develop into a deep alliance. That was the biggest study they ever did, really. And I'd like to think it was like, I don't know what better.
You know what it was? He typed something in on YouTube, and it was probably somebody. It was a regular person who ain't no telling who it was that made the
That was the same
documentary or
shit Bush
whatever.
was saying. That's how they justified the Iraq
It
War.
don't
Bush
make
was saying that
sense.
too about Saddam. I
Yeah,
just never
it
believe.
don't make sense.
Honestly, the biggest reason
So
I know it didn't happen is because Bush kept saying it happened. That's why I know it didn't. I don't have that many other evidence. I need to
I
delve
got one
deeper into it.
question.
But
I
everything
got
Bush was pushing in that era was a lie. Go on.
I got one question. If you saying Saddam and Bin Laden had something to do with it, and Bin Laden never claimed took responsibility for it, and one thing terrorists do, they take responsibility for
Then
what they
indeed.
do. That's how they get they props. They respect. But if if Bin Laden and Saddam and them is responsible for it, out of the 3,000 Jews that worked in the World Trade Center, why none of them, not one, was at work that morning? Not one. Not one.
And honestly, like
I'll
that.
look into that fact too.
Very
I'll
well.
see.
And the
I'll
man
be
that
is that question next.
and the man that got paid from the insurance off of it is a Jew.
That's a good question. I don't know the answers to, but I'll look into it.
I think you need to watch some more videos on the Jewish conspiracy. It's quite compelling.
You just gotta be careful who like what's the platform you're watching it on, cause
I
especially on YouTube, cause you'll type something in and just click on something, and it'll be that person's opinion. It won't be factual stuff.
I usually stay away from the opinion thing and I try to listen to the straight factual basis. If somebody
So, cause
starts getting into
I would like to know what facts they had to put Saddam, Bin Laden together with the World Trade Center plane
listen,
crashes.
when I looked at it, it wasn't even about that instance. I just looked at the history, what they had of Saddam Hussein, period. Not just about 9/11. It was just a factual history
Oh, so
from when
you
he
just
grew
put that
up.
together? You
No,
just made that up?
at the end they had what they had him suspected of and everything. I believe he had put funded behind
You
it
talking about you went
based off of his history back in the days that led up to that. I
no.
believe he had something to
You
do
went
with
from talking
funding
about this is
Osama.
factual to talking about
And for me, I feel like it's factual
no.
from the
Now you talking
evidence.
about what you feel
It-
like. No,
no,
never mind what this nigga talking about, no.
he said in the video that I watched
Who's
that
he?
it.
Who's
I
he?
I don't know his name, BJ.
Yeah,
I was Sunday.
you shouldn't be repeating nothing when you
I don't
watch
get
the
his
hour
name.
long video. You don't know the person name. You don't know the name of the platform. You went from talking about it was factual stuff to he supposed and this that. What are you talking about, man?
Okay, hold on.
You so off. Didn't nobody from Iraq have anything to do with 911. 9/11. I'm tripping. 911. He got me.
I watched it.
This shit rubbing off on me with this stupid, this
Devon,
stupid shit he talking about.
History fact
the
check. Hold on, let me finish. They do a bunch of history fact checks on everybody that's
Just
not
get it,
just
bro.
the
Just get
Saddam
it. We
Hussein
ain't gotta
thing.
listen to you while you get it. Go ahead,
Um,
no. Just go ahead and get it. Let us know where you got it.
I got it. I'm about to share with the group chat
Go
now.
ahead, no.
if you just look up what evidence they had initially when they first drew that link between Saddam, Al Qaeda, and 9/11, if you just focus your research on what information did they have when they started pushing that, you'll see how like it was literally out of left field. They had nothing. Bush had absolutely nothing. Like they had, if you literally just Google that, it tells you they had ideological assumptions. What the fuck does that mean? That means an idea. He just had an idea
What
and
up,
then
Naima?
said it a bunch of billion times. And then it's like that type of backwards reasoning. Then they spent 20 years trying to find something. You don't think America, if they really wanted to find something, after they killed 1 million Iraqis, America would have done anything to just come up with a paper and say, "Here, we didn't do this for nothing." They would have put it in our face. You think they had 20 years and they still could not come up with a shred of evidence that Saddam had anything to do with it, and you still think there might be a suspicion that they did? I think
I
it's
think they did.
there. They would have been brought it up. We would have
Just say that, Davon. Don't say you look this and factual this and that. Just say you think they
I
did
li-
it. Just say
I
you
think they
think.
did it.
Just say.
ideological assumption.
I
Just say
think they
that.
did it.
Just say
From
you
logical
think.
assumptions, I think they did
Just say you think North people took the
it.
twin towers down. That's all. Just say
I
it.
do. I'm sorry, I do.
That's it. That's all you should have said. You went all around the block, lied. You really was
I
lying.
didn't lie.
You went
I
all
didn't
around the
lie.
block
I
lying
didn't lie. The video
about.
said verbatim that
Man, send the
Osama bin
video. You
Laden.
still ain't send
I
that
did. I
video.
did send the video. I put it in the group chat. I sent it. I sent the video. It's 20
All
minutes
right.
long.
Here you go, Noah. This the
What should
daycare
be
for you.
actually Bush's?
We're going to a place called Mako Child Care, which actually has another child care registered at the same address called Mini Child Care Center.
So we should see lots of children if there's this child care center, especially if there's two.
The two of them combined are licensed for 120.
And how much money have these child care centers received?
In 2020, one of them received 1.3 million. In 2021, they got 987,000. In 2022, they got 714,000. That's the last I have for that one. And then the other one, 1.604 million in fiscal year 2025. Fiscal year 2024, they got about 800,000, and in fiscal year 2023, they got $904,059. This place right here. And between the two of these child care centers, they're pulling in about $3 million a year, and there are no children. Every facility you go to, the windows will be blocked out so you can't see in. There's nobody here. You won't see a single child at any of these facilities.
There are indeed no windows. All the windows are blacked out right here. All right, let's go in.
No.
And the child care center is locked. Should we ring the doorbell? Try to get in, ring the doorbell. Nobody showed up. They're open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. it says here on their sign, yet there's absolutely nobody here. And this building here, right here, has generated millions of dollars, and it seems like business isn't even open right now, and it's a weekday. And if this was a daycare center, it wouldn't just be in some industrialized building. There would be maybe like a playground or something outside, or...
There's no play area for the kids. So where are the kids? Where's anybody? How can there be nobody here? And it's like this every single day. I've never seen a single child here. In 9 years, I've never seen a single child at this building. Right there.
Oh, then now it looks like we already got the Somalis coming through.
Yeah, they're coming. The word's out.
Hello, is this your daycare?
No. Can you tell us why there are no children? Have you ever seen children at this child care center?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Doesn't know if she's ever seen a child here. All right, let's go to the next location. Where are we going now?
Well, there you have it, Noah. What you think?
So why does I still don't understand the evidence that's linking it to the Somalis. I don't see it.
What?
Like,
What you mean you don't understand that they're Somalian, the people that own it, the people that.
so what? That doesn't mean they planned this whole scam. All he said is the Somalis got this dig and it's got no kids in it. Like that's a very common occurrence back home. A lot of people own shit that's not running. I don't see that as proof of a scam.
Are they getting money from the government for having an established open business?
I mean, do you have to how do they even know that they're still getting money? Like, what proof do they have that they are currently an active daycare that's getting?
It ain't even about
money
currently.
from the government? And what if they just closed? Like, I don't even see the proof that this has not been open for years. They just went to a daycare and said it's closed. There's no kids. Have you ever seen a kids around? I don't know how much.
You just saw the proof from that lady running inside and saying she don't know. That was the proof. You just don't want to believe. That's all that is.
It's like it's also literally like the high profile cases in Minnesota. Let me pull up the numbers. I think less than like 25% of them were Somali American. A lot of the defendants in these child care cases have not been Somalis. So you're just gonna pull up this one example and use it to push Trump's agenda that Somalis need to get.
That's not even Trump's agenda. That was some other people. That was
I'm saying Trump's kick Somalis out of America agenda. He's been very vocal about lately.
I mean that started after your girl Ilhan Omar started flipping.
What does she do?
Running her mouth. And I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, they need to go. Anybody who hates America and all that, hates America so much, need to go.
DJ, you can't. It's like a argument. Like you got to make America something that's a little more lovable for people to love America. It's very hard to have a warmongering country that's destroying people left, right, and center, and on track to become the worst superpower this world has ever seen. You're being very hard to love, and you're blaming people for not loving you.
You got my lighter.
Easier to love.
I don't. That's the problem with America. America brought all these people over here.
America didn't bring nobody over. They came and stole it. Those people came, went and stole it. Change your terminology.
What you mean?
Then you'll find out why people don't love America. Who did America bring over?
Oh, you don't have to.
They came over, guns a blazing, shot up everybody, took their shit, and now you want them to be loved?
No. You don't have to love America. Don't come over here. Stay where you at.
Why can't?
Don't come over here.
Can I say something?
Just like those Middle Eastern countries, they're not gonna allow you over here. I just saw
BJ, you could come to Jordan, you could get a visa in the airport for $40 and you come to Jordan. Ain't nobody
okay, that's Jordan. I'm talking about countries that matter. Countries that matter. Like Iraq, Iran, goddamn
Iran? What do you want to go to Iran for? And what makes Iran matter more than Jordan?
But listen. Countries like that. Countries like that, Saudi Arabia, Dubai, if they hit North Korea, if you even utter a word against that country, they will come and kick you out if you're an immigrant. They will kick you out. They will lock you up if you're a civilian or kill you or whatever they're going to do to you. But if you're an immigrant, you got to go. And that's what America needs to do. America needs to do. People like Kurt and Noor that hates America so much, y'all got to go. Y'all need
okay,
to go.
Can I say something?
Go ahead,
hey,
sir.
Kurt, how you doing?
Okay. Hey, Noah, what's going on? Anyway, well, when Donald Trump lost that last election to Biden, all he said was this country was terrible and this country was, in bad shape. All he did was talk about this country. So should he go?
That's what you wanted to say?
Yeah, because that's what he did. He said, when Biden, this country was terrible. We was this and we was that. That's all he did was talk negative about America. When he was running for president. No, we talking about him hating America, and now he love it because he's the president. I thought you was talking about, if somebody hate America so bad, then leave. He should have left. He should have left and took his immigrant wife and his immigrant kids.
And
His kids aren't immigrants.
They were born. They were born by.
My father was born in California. Why am I an immigrant if Trump's kids aren't immigrants?
How your father get in this, man?
Wait. Is his wife an immigrant? Then his child is an immigrant. His child is an immigrant.
It don't work like that. Unfortunately, it don't work like that. But on the real, on the real, Trump, you saying Trump hates America? All right, that's not even.
When he's not president, he's always criticizing it.
Okay. If you feel like Trump hate America and all this, whatever. He was just saying what was wrong with America. His slogan is "Make America Great Again." So I don't even know where you're going with that, Kurt. Josh said they also have traced the money back to Somalia. That's a good point, Josh. I forgot about that. They have traced the money back to Somalia. They may be funding the war out there too. Yeah, I remember that. Never mind, I found it. Thank you.
We also remember that they said Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction. Now I can speak to that. The weapons of mass destruction they was talking about is during the Reagan administration. When they had the what was that with Oliver North? They got caught with shipping guns to Iraq and shipping cocaine up to America. That whole scandal was surrounded around Iraq and the Iran war. You know what I'm saying? They was giving Iraq weapons to fight Iran because they didn't want to pay Iran. America didn't want to pay Iran back the money that they owed them from the Shah of Iran. Now, this is a little bit before y'all time, but when the Iranians took the hostages in Tehran in the embassy, they sent Jesse Jackson and all them people over there. I think Louis Farrakhan is the one that went and got them Marines out of the embassy. Iran and Iraq got into a proxy war. America was supporting Iraq, giving them weapons that they said was weapons of mass destruction. Once they got over there.
Yo, Kurt, where we going with this? Josh, I was just wondering the same thing, Josh. Where we going with this, Kurt?
When y'all was talking about how did Saddam Hussein get caught up with that 9/11?
That's Davon. We already said he don't know what he talking about, Kurt. That's Davon.
Not true. I don't know what I'm talking about, but that is a topic ago.
Well, that was the topic. That was the topic that y'all was on.
The topic is Minnesota and the Somalis and all this fraud going on. That's the topic.
Actually, the topic is people that speak bad about America should go. Donald Trump has always talked bad about America when he wasn't in power.
Okay. Gotcha.
So,
Early Learning Center. This building received over $3 million. Hello, how are you? I would like to see if I could bring little Joey, my son, little Joey here. Is there paperwork or can I check out the daycare? No. Why can't I check out the daycare?
It's not here.
Okay, but if I can't get paperwork or anything to submit my son, little Joey, to come in here to daycare? We'd really like to put Joey in this daycare. We've heard great things.
Business card?
No, I would like your business card, actually.
You talk to your manager.
Okay, can I speak with somebody? Where are the children at? Are there children here today?
No.
No children?
Yeah.
Why are there no children?
Yeah, two of Mexico.
Would my son, little Joey, have friends to play with here?
No.
No. Yeah. No friends for little Joey?
Yes. Sorry.
Dang it. Well, have a great rest of your day.
She said no.
So, little Joey would not be accepted to that daycare.
Joey's still home. going with.
Joey's still looking for daycare.
And because little Joey couldn't get into a daycare, we went to an autism center, as they have been popping up everywhere as a rise of autism has occurred here in Minnesota. Because of the government funds that they are receiving, I tried to check my son Joey into an autism center.
We've been going to a lot of these daycare centers. We're trying to find a spot for our little boy Joey, but we thought maybe we could check him in the autism center. Because none of the daycare centers are open. Yeah, and how many kids do you guys have at this autism center?
I can't give you a number now.
Like more than 5? Probably, so you don't really know?
Yeah,
Probably.
And what do you guys think about like the fraud that's been labeled on the autism centers here? What do you guys do think about the fraud, or how come the autism centers are popping up?
I can't answer.
What news? Are you a news reporter?
My name's Nick. We're doing a little documentary trying to find little Joey a spot to put himself in one of these centers here, because there's
So are you asking us about
the fraud.
and stuff like that?
Yeah, because we want to make sure we're going to legit business if we're going to bring our little boy Joey here.
This is not a Joey spot. Yeah. But that's our number. Yeah, you have to call. But this is a. We can't let you guys use. So.
Oh, okay, thank you. So once again, little Joey, he can't even go to daycare, and now they won't even accept him if he has autism.
And again, no kids. Couldn't tell you how many kids they serve. I know the answer. It's 0.
Here at
They shouldn't even open the door. Why even open the door? Why wouldn't even open the door?
Because they seem to be working other times. Why aren't they opening the door? Like, for real?
I was about to say no. Don't be delusional now.
No. Why are they opening the door for real? That's a
I
really
don't know.
good question, BJ. That's a really good question.
I don't
Because the shit's
know.
been all over TikTok. They keep opening the damn door, right? They got something to say.
I would not open that door.
I'm not saying this shit isn't happening. I'm saying that this shit is being exaggerated and dramatized in order to fit Trump's agenda and to make it a much bigger thing. Oh, they're funding terrorists, blah, blah. There's literally this thing that I don't know who said that in the comments about they tracing the money back to Somalia. That comment that person made came from what the Treasury Secretary said, Scott Bessent or whatever his name is. He said a lot of money has been transferred from the individuals who committed these crimes, and we're investigating whether this money has been funneled to Al-Shabaab in Somalia. Absolutely no evidence. The prosecutor, the U.S. attorney who prosecuted all of these people came out and said the vast majority of the money that these folks made went to spending luxury items for themselves. They found cars, boats, houses, just bullshit, material shit in America. Nobody's funding terrorism. There's no grand scheme in Somalia. All of these like books you want to write about the story is not real. He said point blank, there was never any evidence that this money went to fund terrorism, nor was there any evidence that that was the intent of any of the 70 people we indicted. All the exhibits show that money went to China, that money went to the Middle East, that money went to East Africa. All of the transfers abroad, which was less than 20% of the amount, they went to a mix of different countries. But of course, the Treasury Secretary, the press secretary wants to say all of the money went to Somalia. We're investigating if it went to fucking bullshit. I'm done.
They also funded Democratic Party. They also funded Tim Walz and the Democratic Party too. A lot of that money they traced also went to Washington D.C. to fund the Democratic Party.
BJ, all of it was on books, cars, and shit. Like, look at the exhibits.
No,
there was
not all of it. Not all of it. No,
hundreds of exhibits that was all
I'ma find a
receipts
clip.
of luxury purchases.
Not all of it. Not all the money went there. No.
How much money
But-
did they send to DC? How much money did they send to DC?
I don't know. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna
I
grab
was
it in
just-
a second. That's a good point, Josh. If they rounded up all the Americans for the PPP loan fraud, this ain't no difference. It's actually worse. That's a fact, Josh. Because as soon as Biden got in the office, and I just said this at the gym to Maine. Where's Maine? As soon as Biden got in the office, he locked everybody up. He was locking all the niggas up that got PPP loans. Everybody. Everybody was going to jail from 20,000 to 50,000. All this PPP fraud. Everybody was going to jail. But how is this going on? How they didn't see this? That's a good point, Josh. Dawood said America gave Iraq weapons of mass destruction to destroy Iran, but it didn't work, and Iran whipped Saddam Hussein in Iraq. Shakora said, I just saw Avatar. She looks like the blue people who are being attacked by the pink people. No, your son is pink. Y'all crazy. Joey is pink. They don't want no Joey in their school. Whatever.
Literally.
They probably went there during their day off. Yeah, see, that's
You're going there at
see,
7 a.m., waking them up.
I
They
didn't.
got
see,
The only
this is
the only
Wait a
question I did
minute.
have was
see,
maybe only
and
question I
this
did
is
have.
we gonna get into it too, but this is what I be saying about Islam, man. This is what I be saying about Islam. Because even when the Muslims are wrong, y'all gonna find a way to justify their wrong. They're wrong. Go
Yeah, they
ahead.
wrong.
Go
I
ahead,
just thought
Davon.
They're
I
probably
thought about it
wrong.
again, and I don't even think so. Because like Noah said, it's obviously it's fraud going on. But I was wondering if some of them places just maybe that the kids only was Somalian kids for those daycares. But I don't even think that's the case. I think they fraud too.
Yeah, they only
Yeah,
no, it ain't
yeah,
no kids. It's straight fraud.
yeah.
It ain't no
Straight
kids.
fraud.
They just chilling. They just got a storefront and they just getting the money. That's it. They locked 80 people up.
Yeah,
This ain't made up. It's 80 people locked up and
they
they
in
all
jail.
Somalians.
BJ, yeah, and the evidence is BJ. I've seen that
What?
if
What you
those
got now, no? What you got?
BJ, those cases are right. I'm not denying Muslims commit fraud too, just like every other religion and race.
Okay.
Sometimes people do
That's what
bad
I want to
things to
hear.
get
That's what I
money.
want to hear.
It's okay, I admit it. I'm not denying that. I'm just saying this little Joey guy, that's not really the nail in the coffin. Like, that's not the proof that I'm looking for. That
That
could be
one, Joey
anybody knocking
Head,
at the
man.
door at 7 a.m.
No,
And I think
no,
Joey just
I
want to
think
go to
the
school.
collective outrage
Joey just
no.
want
at
to go to school.
Somalis,
Joy,
the
hey,
collective
they wanted to
outrage
put
at Somalis is crazy because there's so many
Noah.
other defendants involved, and it's all of these TikToks is people going and bothering them Somalis at 7 in the morning, probably trying to prove they ain't got no kids there. They ain't got no kids there because it's not
Or
time for kids. The kids is asleep.
not only that, they wanted to put Joey in there, and Joey is that active shooter. You know, fuck out of here.
Naima said that's not Islam, though. Yes, of course it's not Islam. It's just humans. Humanity is like this. They are greedy and they whatever. Religion was meant to try to curb those temptations. But obviously, not all Muslims became perfectly and practice the word of Allah perfectly. Some of them still steal when they're hungry.
I'm not even talking about that.
Why
I'm
you
talking
doing
about
that?
the fact that y'all don't denounce it. Y'all try to
Huh?
I
justify it
denounce
even when they
fraud
wrong.
in all of its forms.
Okay. All right.
That's what you want from me?
Yes. Yes. You,
I
Let me
denounce
see who
fraud.
this
Dawood,
is.
Shakora, yes. Naima, yes. That's what I want to hear from y'all.
All right,
No,
all
they
the Muslims in
wrong.
the chat,
They
please comment.
wrong.
I denounce fraud.
Where you going?
I still
Yep.
haven't watched Avatar 2,
No,
man.
I
I'm
produced
stuck.
it.
I don't like
I
the
really
Avatar
engrossed
movies.
the Avatar.
Hold on, y'all.
My
Eventually.
father forced me to watch that movie in the cinema, and I really hated it. Everything was so blue. I didn't understand anything. I think I was too young, though.
It's another one.
Now we're being followed by the Somalis. This is another daycare center, absolutely no signage, and there's no footprints in the snow of children playing outside. $5 million within the past
5.9
two.
million in 2 years. 5.9 million they received in 2 years. That facility right there.
And now we have a group of Somalis telling us in our vehicle right now.
From this daycare center, we headed over to the infamous Quality Learning Center, which actually spells Quality Leering Center on the outside of their sign. That's how blatant this fraud is here at this daycare.
Don't open up!
So this is Quality Leering Center. I meant to say Quality Learning Center.
They're not even
They said
spelling it right.
they spelt learning wrong.
Don't
They ain't
open
even
up!
How do you have ice
Hold
here,
up,
ma'am? I'm
man.
literally a YouTube. Leering Center
on, man.
in our vehicle right now.
From this daycare center, we headed over to the infamous Quality
No, they're
Learning
not even
Center,
spelling it
which
right.
actually spells Quality Leering Center on the outside of their sign. That's how blatant this fraud is here at this daycare.
Don't open up!
So this is Quality Leering Center. I meant to say Quality Learning Center.
Don't open
They
up!
said
Don't open up.
they spelt learning wrong.
Don't open up!
How do you have ice here, ma'am? I'm literally a YouTuber.
Don't open up!
Ma'am, what do you think about the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota?
Don't open up! We have ice!
And what do you think about this place being licensed for 99 children
Don't open up!
and getting $4 million over
Don't
the
open up! It's ice!
$4 million in the last 2 years?
Go away!
What do you think about that? Are you in
Go
favor?
away!
Are you in favor of that?
Go away!
You know where
You're
the-
not welcome here.
Are you-
Shame on you.
Are you in favor of $1.9 million going illegally,
Don't open up.
fraudulently to this business that has Quality Learning Center but can't even spell learning right on the door?
Don't open up.
Ma'am, we are not ICE.
I don't care who you are, you don't belong here.
I belong here just like you belong here.
Don't open up, it's ice!
You do realize that there's supposed to be 99 children in here at this building, but there's no one here. This is a child daycare center.
There's 99 children. Paid $1.9 million this year in CCAP funding.
Don't open up.
Do you know where the children are? Were they kidnapped? They run away? Where are the children? This is state of Minnesota. Right here.
And who are you?
My name's Nick Shirley, ma'am.
And who are you with?
Nick Shirley. Nick Shirley on YouTube.
Yeah, so who are you with
Right.
here?
Oh, he's just been doing some research investigating the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota.
Yeah, I'm with Nick Shirley.
This lady,
Where are the
she's calling
receipts?
us ICE. We're just trying to put law and order back in the streets of the United States. Get rid of all the fraud. Now we're being followed by the small.
See, this is what I'm talking about right here, Noah.
See, but what I'm saying, he's saying that this place is getting so many millions. I haven't seen no
This is what I'm
evidence.
talking about right here. You haven't
didn't
looked
show-
either, Kurt. You haven't looked either.
But he didn't show that particular address, you know, so his narrative is just he just went there and he got evidence that they got this many $1 million.
Nah, you gotta
But
watch the news. The news, matter of fact, you're right. The news is not reporting it. CNN and them other channels are not reporting it. Fox is the only one that's reporting it. So it's a lot of, you know, the Democratic friendly news platforms. They're not reporting it. But
I'm
this
saying-
this is not something he made up, Kurt. Like we don't nobody got time to just go to Minnesota.
They're
and make
reporting
stuff
it
up.
just in a less racist way. They're reporting it in a more neutral way. CNN had a video about the FBI investigations. They report the facts. They just don't report.
CNN, show me this video where CNN is talking about Minnesota, the Somali.
One day
daycare
ago,
fraud.
FBI here.
What that say?
FBI ramps up investigation into alleged fraud in Minnesota. CNN's Whitney Wild reports. That was yesterday.
Okay, and before that.
Before the 23 hours ago, Jamal Simmons, Minnesota fraud investigations should be about criminality and not nationality because the ringleader is white.
See, that's
But
not.
nobody's
But that's
talking
not.
about that. They just go.
They're
and
not
play.
doing the investigation. There's no investigation. They're not
You just want
reporting.
them to talk about nationality because that's what Fox does. That's valid reporting to you. Everybody got to go
Yeah.
up and say,
All right,
Somali's
you
got to
right.
get kicked out. All they do
They're
is-
not doing the investigations. They're not tying the money to the business. They
These
just
are
received
the
$4
FBI
million.
does what? The prosecutor, not the journalist, and not the whatever. The FBI.
Journalists do
well
that.
in
What you
hand.
talking
They got
about?
70 people locked up. They got this. They don't need nobody on TikTok's help. They got this.
So
70
what?
people
They
in
doing
jail.
it. So what?
They're
Y'all
good.
mad? Y'all
They're not
mad
helping
that they're
nobody.
actually
They're just harassing
exposing fraud?
Somalis. They're just
They're
harassing
mad. You're-
Somalis. The
you're
prosecutor
mad.
isn't scrolling
You're
on TikTok
mad.
waiting to find the next one.
You're mad.
You think the
Okay.
prosecutor is sitting there on TikTok waiting to find the next Somali daycare from these Good Samaritans that's hunting them in Minnesota?
This is just the beginning. But check this out. How y'all know don't no kids benefit from that location because these white reporters say so? First of all, they're not even reporters. Why gotta be a white and black thing?
What do you
Why gotta
mean?
be a
Because
white
it's a bunch
and
of
black
white
thing?
people criticizing Somalis and
Look,
focusing
white
on
people-
nationality and
white,
not on
white,
the tribe.
white, black. No, guess
You didn't
what?
notice that, BJ. You didn't notice the difference in color. You didn't notice that.
What?
You didn't notice that it was all a bunch of white people banging on dark skin Somalis, whatever. I don't know what their race is to be. I'm gonna assume they're all Somalis because that's what they keep saying about them. But just a bunch of white
Ain't
people
nobody-
banging on Somali people's doors. You didn't notice that there was it was always the white person was the one doing the banging and the Somali was the one inside. You didn't notice that racial dynamic. Am I the
Okay,
only one that noticed it?
So
No.
they don't know.
You're gaslighting me.
They don't know who's behind that door. They don't know who owned that daycare. They're going from business to business. If it's an American or what, I don't care about that. Just like y'all didn't care about all the Americans that went to jail for PPP fraud. Nobody cared. Y'all didn't make none of these excuses up for the Americans that went to jail 2020, 2021, 2022. That went to jail for fraud. People go to jail for fraud. That's that.
Yes.
Why
And
y'all
that's
want to make it a white and black thing then?
Because that's what Fox News and these people is doing because they keep talking about their nationality
care
and
what
where
they
they're
doing.
from. And they're not just talking about the fact if everybody just reported on this, like there is some people that are doing a daycare fraud and you could mention that they happen to be Somali once in an article. All they keep saying about is Somali fraud, Somali fraud, Somali fraud. Why is it so tied to the nationality and the ethnicity?
That's what it is.
Because when it was PPP fraud, that thing you're talking about, I don't know what race the defendants were. I don't know. I didn't know nothing. It wasn't spun like that. I don't even know, honestly, I don't know much about that fraud, but it's like this thing is being clearly weaponized to push a racist agenda and to try to get Somalis out of the
all right,
country.
so let me explain
And
to you
when
then.
you tie that to Trump's rhetoric, when you tie that to what Trump has been saying about Somalis, it just paints a horrible picture, a very ugly picture of America. Like, why are you
All right,
being so
to keep
racist?
it real, if when you decide you want to go at the president of the United States, you should have your shit in order. You shouldn't be. If I decide to go, that's like if I was back in the days when we was messing with the cigarettes, right? And I decide to run for a political position, and I open my mouth and go at this person or that person or the president, and then they look into my what I got going on, or my P, they look into Davon, they look into Kurt, they like, oh, y'all running cigarettes to y'all running a whole operation, $1 million operation going back, da 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 da. That's my fault. This is Ilhan Omar's fault. Because nobody, before Trump, when Trump first got in office, he didn't say shit about Minnesota. This nigga ain't know nothing about Minnesota. The more Ilhan came out and spoke about how much she hate America, how much she, the white man this, the white man that, now you got the white man on your ass. That's how this works. That's how America works.
BJ,
Yes.
first of all, stop justifying blaming one individual for the actions of their
That's what it
entire
is.
nation as if that's something remotely normal. That is literally just stereotyping, generalizing. Ilhan Omar is not responsible for what every Somali fucker wants to do in America. Every
That's
race
not-
has its
you're not
criminals.
comprehending what I just said.
BJ, when
You didn't
white
comprehend
people
what I
commit
just said.
terrorist, when white people commit terrorist crimes, white members of Congress do not suffer the consequences. White people can commit crimes and we'll say, oh, he probably had a fucking mental illness. He probably whatever.
That's what they say. That ain't what I say. That's what they say.
What do you say? What do you say? You say you hold every white
I
person.
say he looked like a terrorist.
Do you hold every white person in Congress responsible for the actions of every white lunatic that kills somebody? When Charlie Kirk died, did you hold every white member of Congress responsible? And I understand your argument. Ilhan poked the bear. Ilhan poked the bear. Okay, I get it. But Ilhan didn't poke the fucking bear. Because before Ilhan Omar ever spoke a word about Trump, Trump had already made a ban on all fucking Muslims. 2015. Trump banned all Muslims.
But now you're going to all Muslims. We talking about Somalis. We talking about Somalis in Minnesota. And that's because of Ilhan.
And the only thing that when Ilhan Omar started speaking out, all she was speaking out about was Palestine. All she was talking about was Trump is vile for what he's doing to Palestine. Yes, she was. That's what started it. That's what started Trump's anger. Google it. What made Trump so mad at Ilhan Omar? Ilhan Omar was criticizing Trump for what he did. She wasn't just saying, oh, Trump's so horrible, Trump's a shitty. She was saying Trump is causing kids to blow up. And if you think in America, a member of Congress cannot criticize a president for making kids blow up, you are literally like none. You need to read some fucking amendment, because I thought America was
I didn't
about
say that.
being
I
able
didn't
to
say that. You got to comprehend what I'm saying. I'm not saying
help me.
I can't.
What
keep
am I not
you. You going off you crashing out right now.
I'm not crashing out, BJ. You just forgot about my passion.
I don't know what to tell you, because what I'm saying is it's simple. It's just common sense. This is why I keep telling you, this how America works. It just is. I've been here all my life, so I get it. This is how America works. When you mess with somebody, be expecting to get messed with back. That's it.
How a gang works. Like that's not how America.
That's what this shit is. Democrats and Republicans, Bloods and Crips. That's what it is. Muslims and Christians. All this shit is gang shit. That's why I don't subscribe to none of it. I don't subscribe to religion. I don't subscribe to politics. I don't subscribe to gangs. I don't subscribe to none of this shit. It's all a side. When you on this side, you against this side, no matter what. When you on this side, it don't matter what this side does. You're gonna find a way to justify it. You're gonna act delusional, like you don't fucking see what you see. It just is what it is. That's what it is.
You can't deny that Trump is on the very extreme of this. Like you cannot act like Trump as a gang member, as a hypothetical gang member, is as fucking nuts as the other presidents that came before him. Because not everybody was getting this mad when they get criticized. People was on Biden's dick for funding the war in Palestine too. People was on Biden's ass for a while about that. Biden didn't go and retaliate against an entire race. It's not like that. Like,
no, yes. Whoa. Biden did retaliate against.
What did he do? What did he do to retaliate against people that criticized him for Palestine?
The race. When you speaking, all right. If you speaking about the race, of course he didn't retaliate against them because they're on his side. He helped. One hand washes the other. They're together. But they try to throw this man in jail. They try to put this man in jail. His family in jail. What are you talking about? If they try to put me in jail, I'm coming after everybody too. Your shit better be squeaky clean. Your closet better be squeaky clean. Point blank, period. That's it.
Trump.
Straight up. Y'all sit here and talk about when them dudes shot them people in Australia, the Jews in Australia, y'all talking about, that's get back, that's retaliation for what's going on in Palestine. Y'all cool with that? But
Who
all of a
said
sudden
that?
it's a problem.
Nobody said that.
If you ain't say it, if it don't apply, let it fly. If it don't apply, let it fly. But people say that. People are saying that. Just like they called the nigga a traitor that took the gun from the Muslim dude that took the gun from him. They calling him a traitor. They flipping on him.
Not my family. My family thought he was the bravest Syrian they ever seen. My family got a shrine for him in the group chat.
Your family good people. Your family good people. But that man is being attacked.
That's crazy.
Straight up. Straight up. I'm gonna let the clip speak for itself. You got people in Australia talking about how brave the two dudes that killed these people on the beach, how brave they are. In Australia, Muslims in Australia right now. I got you though. I got you. I ain't gonna keep talking. I'm gonna let the clips speak for itself. Go ahead, Kurt.
Well, he coming to drag my people. What clips you got?
I told you Dawood started this. I told you Dawood started it. Blame Dawood. Blame Dawood. Go ahead, Kurt. What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. That's
all
it.
I'm saying is when Charlie Kirk got killed, every Democrat. I'm just saying. You saying when how they weaponize words. See, words can become a weapon.
What up, Dapper?
A lot of the Democrats did not agree with the violence. They said that's terrible. But when this other guy just got killed, first thing it was he hated me, so he want to try. He didn't like.
That's one person you talking about, Kurt. That's that man. That's Trump saying that. And guess what? A lot of Republicans say he was wrong for saying that. They said he shouldn't have even spoke on it. If he ain't have nothing nice to say, he should have just said no comment.
He been saying that for the longest.
It don't matter. That's one man. That's one man.
His words. He is a politician, like you said.
So what? So what? Y'all
like
put these niggas on a pedestal that don't mean nothing because they politicians. These niggas is human. They all corrupt. Why you keep saying they politicians like they supposed to be something?
but you attacked the girl from Texas because of the way she talked.
I didn't. attack
she's a public figure and she shouldn't be talking like that. But it's okay for Donald Trump to talk like that.
No. I didn't attack her. I'm saying she's fake. There's real and then there's fake, Kurt. I'm saying she's fake. And I'm saying it's disrespectful to black people, especially black women, for her to dumb herself down to talk ghetto. She's talking ghetto so y'all can understand her. That was the point of that. I wasn't attacking her. I was saying she's smart enough to speak on an intellectual level as everybody else. She don't have to talk like a ratchet ghetto chick like Sexy Red, the chick you hate. She sound like Sexy Red in them.
And if we take Donald Trump's idea with his high IQ, he shouldn't be talking like that either. But see, it's a lot of people,
opinion, bro. That's fine.
It's a lot of people that follow what the president says. It don't matter whether you're a Republican or a Democrat. When the president speaks,
Julian.
He a lot of people follows Donald Trump. And that's evident in the January 6th insurrection. If he say, let's get them, they will put themselves on the line, they neck on the chopping block because they have loyalty to his agenda.
You wrong about that. He didn't even say that. He didn't have nothing to do with January 6th.
What?
It had nothing to do with January 6th.
He said, let's go up there and fight. I'll be there with you, but only his.
Send me the video of him saying that. Let me play this clip right quick.
Man.
A massive fraud scheme uncovered in Minnesota found money intended for social services has been allegedly siphoned indirectly into the pockets of the Somali terrorist group Al-Shabaab. Somali immigrants in Minnesota have reportedly been abusing systems meant to help the most unfortunate among us, including the latest federally funded autism services. The autism fraud scheme reportedly amassed $14 million through Medicare claims for services that were never provided, involving kids who never had autism. And the Somali immigrants behind this web of schemes have allegedly stolen billions from taxpayers, much of the money going back to the Somali government, where it would then end up in the hands of terrorists. Manhattan Institute investigative reporter Ryan Thorpe was one of the first exposing the schemes for their ties to terrorism. With us now, Ryan, a line from your story stuck out. The largest funder of al-Shabaab is the Minnesota taxpayer, and you cite an unnamed source for that. What is the evidence that all of this money that was taken and the billions upon billions of increased funding in Minnesota for social services ended up in Somalia?
Well, billions of dollars of government welfare money is missing in the state of Minnesota.
How do we define missing?
Well, the fraud is so bad that the U.S. Attorney's Office has come out and indicated that they believe their entire government programs, where the fraudulent claims outstrip the legitimate ones. There are cases where indictments have come down or guilty pleas are already in to the tunes of hundreds of millions of dollars that were fraudulently obtained, filing false claims alongside doctored paperwork. And the indictments are continuing to come. And the U.S. Attorney's Office has made very clear that this is a network of fraud schemes stacked upon fraud schemes, and that while the true dollar figure in terms of stolen funds at this point isn't quite clear, it's safe to say that we're talking about billions of dollars.
Okay. It's pretty wild.
I'll stop it right there.
That is crazy.
Go ahead, Noah. Go ahead.
BJ, I immediately looked up the bald-headed guy in the video, Thorpe, I think his name was. I immediately tried to find out what his story is and what this investigative reporter does with his life. Because investigative reporting is a very broad field, and some people that do investigative reporting have absolutely nothing. Like, did he give you any piece of evidence that links it? No, obviously he just talked. So what do you think this investigative reporter found that managed to lead him to the conclusion? Like, how does a reporter even find that out? If the prosecutor himself didn't find it out, BJ, do you really believe that an investigative reporter from Minnesota could find evidence that this money that's been on private planes with thousands of, like, how does he know it's being sent to al-Shabaab? It's just the claim itself, BJ, is so hard to prove that even, and if there was a hint of it, BJ, do you not think there would be a funding terrorism charge? That federal charge is fucking huge. They always go after people that fund terrorists if they have a shred of proof. You think the whole government, the fucking CIA was not able, and this investigative reporter schmuck found an actual link between that, and you think that after he found it out that the prosecutor was just like, nah, I don't want to pursue that. I don't want to prove that they gave it to terrorists. I don't care about that. Like, they've been going at this full throttle for 3 years. They've been doing everything.
No, not 3 years.
It's just this guy that found this evidence. And if yes, please tell me, how could a little reporter from Minnesota find out about this grand scheme when Somalia does not even have a banking system? There's not even bank records there. There's the whole hawala system is like how do you think? Just answer my questions, please.
He was doing the same thing in the reporting when they reported about Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction. He's spurting out propaganda of something that they suspect, and they had no proof of it.
Was that on Fox? You know, this guy's two sources that he used to prove that the money is collected and sent to al-Shabaab in Somalia. Both sources he cited were anonymous. How do you cite an anonymous report as an investigative journalist or whatever he called himself? The source is anonymous, two of them.
That's a good point.
That's nuts. And why is that shit on Fox if this man is out? That's why. Was that Fox?
I'm looking. I'm about to look.
I don't know about the weapons of mass destruction, but I don't know about the mass destruction thing about Saddam Hussein. The weapons may not be a fact, but a fact is he stole 25 pounds of uranium. That's a fact, and you use uranium to make weapons of mass destruction. So I'm not saying he had them or whatever, but a fact is he stole 25 pounds of uranium. Now, having 25 pounds of uranium is like having, let's just say, a couple tons of cocaine. It's a lot.
And yet they couldn't find it, like the drugs they can't find on them boats.
25 pounds of uranium is not going to look like a lot. You can hide 25 pounds of uranium very easily, but it's worth it. 25 pounds of uranium is like having a lot of tons of cocaine. You don't need much, is what I'm saying. You only need 25. That's a lot.
I'm only telling you how the intelligence agency works. They did that so that they can gain entry into the Middle East. Even Donald Trump said they was going after the oil. And because Saddam Hussein wasn't willing to play a puppet on a string, they aimed that rhetoric at him.
I get it, but
if you look at, let me finish it. If you look at the whole situation, when America went to war against those countries, they had to get like all of them other different countries to fly through their airspace. But they didn't go after Saddam Hussein. They went after what's the dude's name that they killed?
Gaddafi.
No, the one that they had in the White House when the World Trade Center got bombed. Osama bin Laden. They went into Afghanistan first, and the first thing they said was cap the oil field. And once they gained entry and they set up them posts in Iraq, Saddam Hussein, even though he was a dictator in his own right, according to some people in that country, he wasn't willing to go along with the American agenda. They turned it against them after they went after Osama bin Laden and couldn't catch him, and then they killed him. So now they got their operative. Now they got their operatives in Iraq. So now that the Americans got their operatives in Iraq, now they can go back to Afghanistan and fought for many years, lost a lot of lives, and they finally got them.
Let me say something real quick. Number one, the oil wasn't even Saddam's. He took that oil too. That oil wasn't his. He took it from Kuwait in them.
Oh yeah.
And DPO, whatever your name is, I can't really pronounce it. Saddam Hussein was American partner. No, he wasn't. He went to war with them in Kuwait.
But that had nothing to do. But it had nothing to do.
Hold on, let me finish.
Saddam Hussein did work for America too.
Maybe he did
for them.
Okay,
but see,
show me the fact on that. Hold on, let me finish. Let him finish. Show me the fact on that. They was fighting in Kuwait, and when they was done fighting in Kuwait, Saddam had claimed victory when he clearly had lost. So
what I'm saying,
and he had said all this. Oh, we rubbed this into Americans' faces, dirt in their noses, and all. He wasn't no American fan. So I don't know where everybody's getting that from.
The whole thing
somebody's gonna have to show me where he was working with America.
He got weapons from America to fight against Iran.
Show me. I didn't say it didn't happen. It didn't. Just show it to me.
Okay.
Just like everybody else.
All you got to do is look to the scandal where they was doing the arms for drugs, and who they was shipping them arms to through the Panama Canal Zone. What was that war called? Where they court-martial Oliver North?
I don't know, a Cold War or something?
No, it was right before the 9/11. Bush was the father. Bush became the vice president to Ronald Reagan. But before that, he was the director of the Central Intelligence Agency, who signed a covert order for them to ship guns down through the Panama Canal Zone and ship. And in order to fund it, they didn't tell Congress, and they shipped cocaine up, and that's how they funded that war down. And they shipped those guns to Iraq.
Okay, Iraq was. He said Saddam Hussein asked. No, he didn't ask for no permission. How? When America kicked him out. America's the ones that got him out of Kuwait.
I'm talking about
the ones that got him out of Kuwait. I'm
They got him
answering the
out.
comment.
They got him out of Kuwait after that because Saddam
So they told him
Hussein,
to go into Kuwait and then kicked him out of Kuwait. I
he
just
was
looked at the.
already he was the president of Iraq. Kuwait is in Iraq. Kuwait is a city in Iraq.
I know it's a city in
No,
Iraq. He invaded there to take their
no, it's
oil
not.
with him.
So basically, the Kuwait and Iraq, America didn't stop Iraq from going into Kuwait. It didn't support it. He didn't really ask for the whole war started was because Saddam kept saying they're stealing our oil. Now I don't know if that was true or not. Most people, there was never any proof for it because it's one of those things. How the fuck could a regular person find out if Kuwait was stealing Iraq's oil? But basically, Saddam kept saying that Kuwait near the border, they share a border. They're separate countries, but they share a border. And Kuwait is tiny though. Iraq kept saying that they're drilling diagonally into Iraqi's land to dig up their oil. And Saddam said they lost billions of dollars because of that and they want their oil back. And then Saddam went crying to America and started telling them that like Kuwait is stealing our oil, blah, blah, blah. And America, I believe, I forgot who the president was, but America just said, we don't give a fuck about Arab
Bush.
It was like an implicit green light. Like they didn't directly say, go ahead and do it, but they're just like, we don't care. And then Saddam did it. They didn't stop it. They knew it was going to happen.
Right. America was in bed with Saddam Hussein.
Yeah,
But because Saddam Hussein annexed Kuwait, America didn't want that because they wanted control of that oil. You know what I'm saying? And then so they turned it against Saddam Hussein that he had got weapons from them and said he had weapons of mass destruction that they ain't never found. I don't care if it was 10,000 tons or 100,000 tons. They never found any weapons of mass destruction. They just said that so that they can get the American people all riled up. So that instead of chasing the other guy, now they in Iraq. Once they got a foothold in Iraq, they got just about control of what's that strait that shipped the oil that goes in between Kuwait and Iran and all of that. Whatever riverway that they shipping that oil, America needed to get their foot in there, and that's why they turned against Saddam Hussein. He wasn't willing to give up his country because America. What is America doing over here anyway?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So America has always been, they doing the same thing down there in South America. Oh, they shipping drugs. So now we got a right to go blow up their land.
Exactly. No, correct.
America's favorite policy in international politics is the enemy of my enemy is my friend. They just got in bed with Iraq because Iraq doesn't fuck with Iran. That was the only reason America got, and because eventually they were scared for Kuwait's oil, like what Kurt was saying. But it's like with Kuwait, I don't know. Like I guess I agree with Kurt on most of what he was saying. Like they just, if Kuwait didn't have that much oil, America wouldn't have given a fuck to try to end the war. They just wanted to curb Saddam's power because they didn't expect that Saddam was going to go for a full annexation of Kuwait. Saddam wanted to take all of Kuwait. Saddam wanted to erase Kuwait as a country. That's why America eventually intervened. But at first they didn't really give it enough shits to stop it. But Saddam just went nuts on him.
And we think he had nothing to do with 9/11, but he did all this other crazy shit. But he funded a bunch of other terrorists, but didn't fund the main one.
9/11 did not benefit Iraq. Saddam, one thing I know for a fact about Saddam was very power hungry. He was very power hungry. He was very money hungry, and he might have not cared that much about Iraqi citizens, but he loved Iraq as a country to shit. Like he was a very passionate leader. What is like his motive to do that, when you compare it to all the other conspiracy theories, it's just what makes the least sense. You thought you're going to do that in America, and America's not going to obliterate your country. Like it's like the whole narrative doesn't make sense. When you think about what the Jewish people gained from it, when you think about what America gained out of 9/11 more than any other country in the world. You want to convince me of a conspiracy? The biggest thing I need to convince myself of a conspiracy is motive. What is their motive? They really thought they could stand up in a head-to-head with America. They thought America's not going to destroy the shit out of Saddam. Saddam was smart. He didn't lose that many fights. Saddam wiped out, like he even with the shit with Kuwait. If America didn't stop him, Saddam could have eaten Kuwait alive. Like I just don't think you could be that stupid and think that you could go head to head with America and bomb a whole tower and then get what out of it? Like what a stupid game to play.
But no, he got into a bunch of wars he could barely win. When he got into the war with Iran, he thought he was just gonna run in there and run out, but he didn't. They had war for months and however long.
7
He thought it was
years.
just gonna last for a week. Yeah,
It
7
was 7
years.
And I
7
was
years.
what I was talking about is
If
the
it was that
Iran
stupid, it
Contra
wouldn't have lasted
scandal.
7 years. You know what I mean? Like with America, it's different. America, how long did Iraq ever stand a chance against America? Like how soon
No.
did 1 million Iraqis get killed? How much was the time difference between 9/11 and the obliteration of Iraq? Like it wasn't even it was not a fight to pick. Like and Saddam knew exactly what America was. Like Iran, with countries like Iran, North Korea, whatever, we're scared of them, but we don't really know what they got because they're not. Everybody knows what America is. Everybody knows what America could do. We've seen what America did to Japan. We've seen, it's like I could see him rationalizing a war with Iran a lot more than rationalizing a war with a country that just nuked the first fucking country in the world. Like, come on.
I gotta go, people.
Nuked the country.
All right, Kurt. See you then. Happy New Year.
Where's plane video that hit most secure building in America, the Pentagon? Where's the United 93 plane parts in Pennsylvania? Why did Building 7 collapse by itself? The tower fell demolition style. They gone.
Most buildings that's in the city fall demolition style because if they topple over, they will fall on other buildings. That's the way the construction of the building is. And yeah, I got a carpentry license too, just in case, Most buildings in the city will fall out of Building 7. No, is a good question. I couldn't answer why. I wasn't there. But to why it collapsed, that's what the structure will do. It'll collapse.
I feel like the problem is that people just find it very hard to believe that the country, like the leaders of a country, sometimes really don't give a fuck about its citizens dying. Like it's such an acceptable casualty of war. And it's like with the 9/11, people just lean towards it can't be America because people don't want it to be their government. But it's just always been the theory that make the most sense. Like even when it comes to the whole and I don't want to get into Israel, I'm just bringing it up as an example. The fact that on that day when Hamas came in October 7, how many security guards now have come out and said that we were all supposed to be patrolling that border. They told us all to stay at home. Like there's so many of these conspiracies where self-inflicted casualties that are blamed on somebody else start a war. It's just it's a typical, like it's the most believable conspiracy to me because it's the most conspiracy that we've had real life proof of. Like what motivation do these Israeli guards have to lie and say that, and multiple of them say that I was stationed for that place on that day and they told me to sit my ass at home, they told me not to show up for work, all of us. Like it's just so believable to me. Like countries do that. Shitty countries.
I don't know what experts you listen to, but jet fuel would absolutely burn. Jet fuel is the highest burning thing on this planet. That's number one, fuel on this planet. And number two, the weight from the top of the building was what forces it to collapse in. All that weight that's up top and it comes crashing down on each floor. It goes down and down and down and down so it doesn't topple over and harm more lives. That's how construction works. But yeah, no, I hear you. It does make sense what you're saying, though. It do. You do.
I'm trying to put this.
The Jews somehow always sit this one out. There's so many times that Mossad had connections and intel to 9/11. A lot of Jews stayed home.
All of them.
I heard that theory before. I heard that before that the Jews stayed home on 9/11. So I like to look more into that personally.
No, honestly, one thing I've seen more of recently, and I'm still trying to fully fact check it. This is like, I've seen it from multiple sources, but I don't know how legitimate the sources are. There's a lot of people that have reported, like from the first-hand witnesses that was around on their roofs and shit. There was this video that was going around of people that was already like, they had set up to watch it. They were Jewish people in Brooklyn, but they was watching it. And then I've seen multiple of those videos. I don't know how real it is, but it's like people, and you can hear them talking before the explosion and after the explosion, like talking about oh, we're about to watch this, whatever, like just implying that they knew about it.
They knew about it.
It was in Hebrew, and then I was reading a translation, so there was multiple reasons why I couldn't fully fact check it, but it's been going around. I just check the translation's accurate. It looked legit. Honestly, it did not look like some bullshit. I'll say that.
It was some Iraqi agents. They don't call them agents, but whatever. There was some guys that was filming it, and a lady called the police on them, and she thought they were. She said they were Arabic looking. Come to find out, they was detained, and they was actually Israeli agents, soldiers or whatever. But then they let them go. Yeah, that definitely had Israel written all over it. That and the JFK assassination. Oh, yeah. Let's go to the next topic, y'all.
Yep.
Y'all can pick it. Let me get this.
Clip. Let me pull up the page, the screenshot.
I was just thinking about the
Florida passes death penalty for adults who sexually assault children under 12. Davon, I know you're against the death penalty. You and Kurt.
And me.
Yeah.
You against it too, no?
Yeah. I used to be in an organization for freeing people from the death penalty. I love freeing people from the death penalty.
Yeah, I was talking to my homegirl about it earlier. Actually, when we saw the topic list, me and her started talking about it, and I was like, nah, I don't think they deserve the death penalty, man. It's just 35 years, 40 years, sure. To kill somebody, as bad as I want to kill one of them motherfuckers, excuse my language, as bad as I wish one of them would die or something like that, I'm not somebody's created to judge death. That makes me just as bad as the person who committed that crime. So, nah, I'm not trying to kill you. You don't deserve to die. You just deserve life for a very long time in jail. You need 35 to 40 years.
Silverstein, the owner of the Twin Towers, cashed out on insurance on attack, and Donald Rumsfeld, secretary, said they lost millions of defense spending September 10th, a day before attack, so they escaped free. Israel didn't even care about the hostages Hamas took. The same hostages that were supposed to be malnourished, they look fine to me. Israel didn't care about the people that got killed October 7th. For real. I feel like they love me. I feel like Israel knew that was going to happen, and they let them in.
I wonder what a fine hostage looks like. I gotta look.
I'll show you, Davon. I'm gonna answer that question. I'm gonna answer that question right now. I have the video for you.
I want to know what a fine hostage
the tunnel dancing. No, they really didn't look malnourished. Like they spoke well of their captors. Like, I don't know what type of Stockholm syndrome you could have against a foreign terrorist organization, but whatever the hell they think, that's what they think they are. But it's like they came out saying they got us pat. Even the girls was saying when we were on their periods, they took care of us. They got this first. They got food. When we asked for medicine, they went and got us. Like, come on, why would they lie on them? Why would they positively lie on them?
I could be a captive, and you could do everything under the sun for me. I still don't care. I want to be let free.
Of course, but if you take care of me, I'm gonna say you took care of me.
True.
I'm not gonna say you
If
violated.
it ain't bad, it ain't bad. I get it, but I still don't want to be here. I'm still being held against my will.
I feel like, especially as a captor, they was probably expecting, as Israelis, they was probably expecting they were gonna get raped like 6 ways every day. Like, they were probably expecting the absolute worst, because that is the propaganda they spread there. And then they come and they realize, oh, these people are just using us as a weapon of war, and they actually don't want to rape and torture us like they told us they would. So can you imagine the relief? I'm in a tunnel. I'm thinking I'm about to get raped and die, and then all of a sudden this guy asks me, "Do you need a pad?" Like,
Yeah, if you're
Like
going to
we
be held
definitely
hostage, that's the
embrace
best way.
So what was the point of all of that? What was the point of Hamas? So are you pro Hamas? No.
No, I'm not. I'm pro letting us elect our own fucking government. I'm pro finding a letting us be the cute little Democrats
You
and
know who
electing
is pro
somebody that
Hamas?
represents us. Who?
You know who
I'm
is pro
am
Hamas?
I pro our only fighting chance right now? Yes, I'm pro Palestine. I'm pro existing. I'm pro continuing
No,
to
no, 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 no.
exist.
I'm not talking
I'm
about
pro
that.
Palestine existing by the time my daughter is born. That's what I'm pro. If Hamas is the only way we're gonna do that, then I might be pro Hamas.
Well, that makes you and Dawu pro Hamas.
Because I knew you was about to say Dawood because BJ, if that's we don't have you act like we have a menu of governments to choose from on who is going to get us out of this clusterfuck we've been drowning in for 200 years. Nobody came to me with a list of candidates and told me who do you think would best represent your interests. Nobody ever
So you
asked me
think
that.
you think
We just
Hamas
split these
best
people.
represents the interest of the
No,
Palestinians?
but nobody asked us. Nobody asked who, whatever. They just got funded by the guy that's trying to kill us. Okay, so they ended
So
up
then
there.
why would you be
Are they
pro
our only
Hamas?
fighting chance right now? Because nobody's asking us to elect somebody else, BJ. We don't have elections. Like the situation is so dire. We are way past you asking us, do you support Hamas? I don't know who the fuck Hamas is. We're disintegrated. There's nobody. There's no election. There's no nothing. There's no water. It's too late for you. Ask me that in 2010, and I would have had a whole intellectual discussion with you about the difference between the Palestinian Liberation Organization and Hamas and this is that. That conversation is not ripe anymore. It's past that. All we got is Hamas. I'm gonna support them if they take me to my fucking grave. It's the only thing they have, and nobody's giving me another option. So yes, Dawood supports Hamas. Every Palestinian or supporter of Palestine supports our only fighting chance to continue to exist.
Let's get back on.
They already took half of Gaza. I don't think people are understanding the rate at which Palestine is shrinking. Like if you were living in a country, BJ, and your map gets cut in half every 5 years, this is an existential threat. Stop asking me if I want a better leader. I want to exist. Do you understand what I'm saying, BJ?
Yeah, but the
The
thing
map
I
is
don't.
getting cut in half.
Yeah, I understand. That's what. Very passionate.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I understand it, and that's why I understand it. I get it, but I still wouldn't be pro Hamas. Hamas has done more damage to the Palestinians than anything.
BJ, they're in a big fat pickle. Can we acknowledge that? Can we
I'm not talking
acknowledge that
about the Palestinians though. The Palestinians, the people that's being affected, have nothing to do with what I'm saying. I'm not talking about them. Their choice or nothing. What's going on with them? I'm talking about people like you, me, Dawood. I would not be pro Hamas when they went over there, did whatever they did, stole a few hostages, traded a few hostages, but you got hundreds of thousands of Palestinians murdered and
Yo,
lost your land.
yo, BJ, they called you an agent in the chat.
I ain't feel we're right.
BJ, you have this opinion because BJ, you have this opinion because, like most Americans, you joined the chat on Palestine probably on or around October 7th. Most Americans, that's when they entered the chat and they were like, what the fuck is going on there? So because of that, when you come in and say, oh, why they took these hostages, BJ, we have been stuck for 100+ years and nothing has been happening. The only time we even got the average American citizen to enter the chat is due to Hamas's idea. Do I think it was right, wrong, whatever? I don't know, BJ. It's a very, very difficult situation. It's a tiny ass fucking country fighting the two biggest superpowers on earth. We're in a pickle. I'm not gonna sit here and criticize Hamas because their attack was not as powerful as I wanted it to be. What? They've been fucking dying for 100. It's been like this for so long before the average American citizen entered the chat that people don't understand that a Palestinian is not gonna sit here and criticize the way that we do. What? It's like everybody was just like finally something. Let's just fucking try. It's like, what do you do as what better idea do you have? How would I even elect somebody to handle this chaos? Who would I even elect to get me out of this pickle today? what can they do? Like diplomacy? What are we gonna talk to them and beg?
Allah.
See, that's exactly my point, BJ.
Why
Is
you
that
like?
the
Oh,
only
wait, wait,
the
wait,
only
wait,
better
wait, wait, wait,
contender
wait,
than
wait, wait,
Hamas
wait.
right now?
Allah.
Yes, but then unfortunately we cannot elect Allah. But it's like there's no other
No,
contender. You're saying that the
yes,
contender
you
that
elect Allah. What you mean? That's who you elect.
so then you're against
So you
Hamas, but
lost you lost faith?
BJ, Allah doesn't rule countries. That's not how I perceived your religion.
Allah doesn't
If
rule
Allah was able
countries.
to rule countries, I don't think 1 billion kids
Huh?
would have blown up over the past 2 years if Allah was able to take control of a country. I don't think that's how the world works. I think we have different conceptions on how the universe
So
functions.
that's not God's plan? That's not
I
Allah's
don't
will?
believe in. I don't believe in. I don't know what how people refer to God's plan, like everything's already planned out, and I'm just an actor in God's movie. No, I don't think that's life.
I think there's blueprints of what, let's say, as much as Dawood would like to say black people are weak and the Palestinians are so strong, uh, there's blueprints of what my ancestors did when they was getting whipped on by one of the most powerful nation in the world. Actually, when the Americans was beating and enslaving and killing my people,
We whipped
they,
ass.
all they did was protest, march, pray, and sing. And the world took notice to it, they didn't go around killing white people. They just kept protesting. They sat in the restaurants, got punched in their face, spit on. They wherever they went when they wanted to vote, they got kicked in their ass.
Of course.
They got hung. They got killed for 200-300 years. This went on. You know what I'm saying? But all they did was pray to Jesus. As much as I feel like, the whole Jesus thing and all that is some bullshit, but
they're praying.
They had a strong faith in God, that the God they believe in, Jesus, and in Christianity. They didn't go around killing white people. You had some that did. You had the Nat Turners and the little movements here and there, but that's not what got them out of slavery. Ultimately, it was God. It was timing, and it was God. The math ain't mathing to me. That part. Them going over there doing what they did. If that's the case, why not go over there and get your man? Why not go over there and get Netanyahu, or get the general, or the lieutenant, or somebody worth something? You know what I'm saying? Why not do something that's really gonna hurt them?
If they could, they would. I think this is like ultimately, BJ, this was their best effort planned for years, apparently. And it only worked when Israel cracked the door a little open for us, because they were like, you know what, let these fucking fools do it. We'll just obliterate them after. Like, I think, all right, BJ, of course, 100%. I think the Palestinian resistance movement learned a lot from those. When it comes to praying, first and spirituality, nobody's more like they are praying all day and all night. They got nothing, But and then the other thing is that when it comes to resistance and marching and protests and things like that, I feel like there are certain differences between civil wars and wars where another country invades you, because with a civil war, you can't nuke your own country. Like two people are fighting, but both of them kind of still have that same interest. Here, when there's some more different ways to approach it because it's not a civil war. But two, I feel like we're also racing against time and technology. And I feel like people don't understand that this was the first war where people had pagers, mobile phones, trapped with bombs, and they held them and they exploded. That's a crazy fucking invention, right? To turn my phone into a bomb. Like, that's fucking crazy. So the fact that we're racing with that type of inventions, and there's this discrepancy of money and this discrepancy of technology too, and military advancement. The universities in Israel, Technion University is the #1 university for military innovation. They are testing out new products on us every fucking day. They make our skin turn into fucking things that like doctors don't even know what it is. The doctor just tells you, I don't know what the hell did that to you, but I've never seen that. So it's like racing against those types of things. It's like, it just cannot get hard. It's like every 10 years it gets so much harder. Like, you know what I mean? So I understand why there's this feeling of like at the government, at the higher level, there's this feeling of helplessness. Like, we just got to give it our best shot. We're not going to match up. They got phones blowing up. We're not going to, we can't kill Netanyahu, BJ. We can't. If they could, they would have. Trust me. If they could, they would have. So it's like, it's tough.
when you talk about years of planning, um, they got to take a page out of their enemy's book, the Jews. They got to come from underground. The Jews came from the Holocaust and position themselves like on the chessboard. They positioned themselves. They moved their pieces. They moved their pawns. The pawns became bishops. Pawns became knights. They became rooks. In other words, they got wealthy. They used the wealth from the Rothschilds and Bilderbergers and all that to place themselves in powerful countries
Yeah.
like America and take positions in America in the political form, and, as judges, as whatever. You know, every they have somebody. They run America. For
Yeah.
real, like they run America, but they positioned themselves for that because they wasn't like that before.
So y'all need to be taking a page
They
out the
gotta they
Jews book.
gotta they gotta position themselves. They gotta position. Y'all cannot win a fight physically with these people. You can't win. You can't win a battle. You're not even gonna win a battle. It's not even a battle won. I can see sometimes they'd be like, "Well, we won that battle, but we lost the war." Sometimes the battle hurts your enemy, but you can't even win a battle at this point. You got too much against you. You got America and Israel on your head. You can't even win a battle. And where is Hamas at? Where are they at? Where they at? That's why I keep asking everybody, where are they at? They underground hiding? Where they at? Let me get into some of the comments right quick. Dawu said, of course, Nor, don't answer BJ's direct questions. He's an agent. They keep taking more and more. I see it. All witnesses claim these so-called terrorists couldn't fly no planes. Suleiman is still on 9/11, man. You pissed them off with the 9/11 shit they were on. They also was trained in Florida by American. Jeb Bush was governor of Florida at the time. Coincidence. What up, Johnny?
Hey,
Johnny, don't laugh at him, man. Don't laugh at Dawu. What
hey,
up,
BJ, you
Johnny?
didn't answer the question though.
You
Do
know you
you
said it, BJ.
what you think about the death penalty? You think they should be
They
killed?
should have. Yeah, hell yeah. If you get convicted of sexual assault underneath
I knew you was
a
gonna say
child,
yeah.
BJ.
yeah, hell yeah, nigga, die.
I knew you was gonna say yeah. I
It's
knew
either
it,
that.
no.
It's either kill them because I don't think they could be helped. I don't think they could be helped. I really don't. I don't think they could be helped. Um, Kill them, cut their penis off, whatever. Either way, I don't care. I'd rather them die. The world would be better off. Word up.
BJ,
That
that's not the
child, that
only
child, that
consideration.
child is affected. People, I know people. I've dealt with women who've been molested, bro. They don't get over that shit. They don't get over that shit. I don't care. They don't have children and are older now and all that. They're traumatized. That traumatized lives with them for real for the rest of their lives. So them niggas need to die. Get up out of here. Prescott Bush, the father of Bush Sr., was a banker before they family got into politics. Prescott was in business with Hitler and Nazi. The Bush family benefited directly from Jews genocide. Okay. Go ahead.
BJ, just about the death penalty thing. I kind of agree with that sentiment. I don't think we want them around necessarily.
I don't.
But I don't think we want them dead either. Because I
I do.
think, BJ, my thing with the death penalty is like I'm the biggest reason I was always against the death penalty is because I was very young when I met a person that was on death row for like 20 years and then ended up being innocent. And there's a
But
lot of
was it sexual assault?
no, it was
For
murder
a
because
child?
it was murder, and
That's
that's the
something
thing.
different.
Murder, yeah, of course. And BJ, murder is something that you can prove right now with DNA to an almost certainty. Sexual assault will always be a gray area. You're telling me you're gonna let
Not
the
if they got
government.
DNA
You're gonna let the
evidence.
government. All right, if we're gonna let the death penalty for the for in Florida for whatever, it should be limited to cases where there is a 100% DNA match from the semen inside the kid's underwear directly. Because I've seen so many sexual assault cases and kids,
Hey,
especially kids, are
Hold
so
on, Devon.
malleable. You could weaponize that so easily, BJ. I've watched crime documentaries where a kid is forced by one parent to testify that the other parent
That's
did
a
something
fact.
to him so easily. A kid's brain can say anything. I swear there was this one documentary that's so stuck in my head. The kid testified that he testified that his father tried to harass him or whatever. And in the same testimony, he said that a plane landed inside the living room and the guy still went to jail. Like the kid was just literally, told it's a 6-7 year old.
Michael Jackson went through that.
Yeah, and it's like you want to take away somebody's life off of a kid's word or off of a kid's words and some DNA around the house. Like most of the time, these people live with the kid. Most of the cases against children are by family, and it's like most of the time your DNA is going to be around. They're not going to tell you the DNA. Like it's very rare that they find DNA in the location.
And not only that, they say, I keep saying cut it off. I understand that a lot of men do sexual acts, but females do sexual acts to little boys too. And they ain't got nothing to cut off. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about all that.
So
it's predominantly the men. Can we agree on
there's
that?
women that we can agree that it's predominantly women, but women commit sexual acts too, and we don't have nothing to cut off to them. That's why I don't think murder is right in the first place. I don't care what the crime is. I don't care if someone kills another person. That don't give you the right to kill them. You can lock them up for ages, the rest of their life, whatever. They don't never got to see home again. But just killing somebody.
That's a waste of taxpayer dollars, man. Kill them.
That's a waste of
tax. Do you think killing them is
Yo,
free?
this nigga's crazy, man. Oh my God.
It's cheaper than housing them for the rest of
their
life.
No, it's not.
It depends on the form. You know how
the drug itself is not even in America. You got to deport the drug.
Firing squad, shoot them dead. I don't care about the drugs. Electric, I don't care about how we kill them. Why are we so technical about America's getting too soft, bro?
BJ, because this is my problem with people okay, let me say this. This is my problem with Republicans that support gun control and have this narrative that kind of Cross was saying the other day about we need guns because we got to push back against the government if the government turns on it. But you fine with giving the government the power to just shoot you up like this for sexual assault with a firing squad. You're not scared of the government now? But when it comes to not letting insane people or adding gun regulations to stop kids from dying in school shootings, no, we need our guns. We got to fight the government.
I'm consistent with it because I'm not with gun control, so I'm consistent. I'm not with gun control.
You're not. You're not with guns.
If you think it costs so much, first of all, y'all bugging. Y'all bugging if y'all think it costs more to kill the inmate than it do to house them for 40, 50 years. You're bugging. Y'all bugging.
It's probably comparable. What are they doing really? How much is it costing for them to house them?
It's nothing for them to make that drug.
No, what do they give them? They're not a fridge in there.
No. Google it. Look it up.
Okay,
how much each inmate costs to be housed. And then times it by the days, 356 days a year. And then by years, because them niggas live long.
But also you're forgetting how much time people spend on death row. It's not like the death penalty is just an instant
No. We're not doing death row.
You spend 15, 20 years on death row. DJ, your la fantasy land where people is getting shot up by a firing squad overnight after getting convicted is never going to happen. Get that out your mind.
No, I understand that. But
thank you, Nora.
But thank you for what? Y'all talking about let them live the rest of their life in jail. We got to pay for that. How much that costs? How much is the niggas with life live to 70, 80, 90 years old? What are y'all talking about?
The U.S. estimates range, depending on the state and facility, it's 30 to 60,000 per year per inmate.
30 to 60,000 per year per inmate.
Yeah,
and you think it's anywhere near that $30,000 number?
In many states, the death penalty costs 2.5 to 5 times more than equivalent non-capital.
Let's do 30. We'll just say 30,000.
Average death penalty cases cost $3 million.
For what? For one person?
Literally,
that's a case, Nora. That's a case. That's not to kill him. That's a case.
That's crazy.
That says case. Now,
yeah, because they spend like how many years do they think they spend appealing it?
Listen, 30,000 a year. Times 20 years, just 20, that's 600,000 for one inmate. 600,000 for one inmate. You know how many niggas got life? I was in Autry State Prison with 2,600 inmates. I was in E1, it's 100 of us. Every bit of 70-something niggas had life in there. Every bit of 70-something niggas had life in there. I stopped counting.
Is that not a worthy expense?
So 70, let's do 70. 70, that's 42 million just in my building, E1. There's E2. Then there's A through S or T. There's a bunch of buildings, all right? So just in E1, It will cost $42 million to house these niggas for the rest of their life. $42 million. Just on my side of the building. E1, E2. Just on my side. $42 million. It's 15, 20 buildings in there or some shit. That's crazy. When we could just knock them niggas off.
I just got one question, BJ. How much of that 42 million you think is actually being spent on the inmates?
That's not the point. That's not the point.
All right.
Just like you pay school tax. How much of that money you think is actually going into the school to these kids when every year they got to ask you to bring books and papers and pens and all that
BJ,
in the beginning of the school year? That's the point. You
That's
still going
not
to
the
pay
point.
the tax. You're still getting taxed. It don't matter where it go. I'm not saying it go to the inmates. Duh.
BJ,
That's
but
not the point.
Davon's point is that even, or I don't know, actually, my point is that even if, okay, let's say all that money is not going to the inmate, it's going towards whatever in the jail. How do you think that money is not going to get spent anymore when you do the death penalty? Like, a lot of these costs will remain the same. People will be on death row for a long time. There's no situation, BJ, where people are gonna not have the chance to appeal a death row conviction. You just don't live in a country that fucks with shit like that, BJ. Like,
no, you're right.
All right, people have rights.
But my
people
choice,
have rights.
my choice.
People have appeals. People cannot just get killed like that. Okay,
no,
so
I
it's
know,
like you
I
can't
understand that.
act
My
like
choice.
this money entirely. That figure you calculated is gonna just become zero when we start shooting up people, and it's not gonna become 100. It's not gonna become 500. It's not even gonna become half, because the death penalty is very costly as well. So
my choice will be to take a page out of the Middle East. Take a page out of their book. Chop their head off. I'm not gonna house you for 20 years. You're gonna die. As soon as you're convicted, you get convicted, boom, you might get a week. Off with your head.
That doesn't happen in Jordan. That's some North Korea shit. Let the record show this is some straight North Korea shit.
Okay, wherever.
It's got nothing to do with my country.
And look up North Korea crime stats.
You can't, BJ. You can't. You can't find that shit.
Look, no, we can stay in the Middle East. We can stay in countries like Dubai where the penalty is severe. The Middle East, the penalty is severe. The problem is America penalties don't be severe enough. So you got niggas like Brother Polite, conscious niggas, in jail right now, serving 10 years or whatever, for molesting his girlfriend's daughter, getting her drunk. She was 13 years old in the hotel. You got niggas like Brother Polite.
Because I said, let's make the same thing for guns. Let's make the penalty severe for guns. And you said it wouldn't make no difference.
Well, I don't remember.
BJ.
I don't remember that, Davon. I don't remember that. What's the penalty severe for guns?
Remember when I said remember when I said let's give niggas 20 years for guns and 5 years for bullets and all that?
They've been doing that. I mean, they do that. Certain states, they do that. California, you get a life sentence, you get caught with a gun. The wrong nigga get caught with a gun, you get a life sentence.
We need to go by California rules.
It is what it is. I'm not against that. I'm the same nigga talking about stop and frisk. Go back to stop and frisk. I don't care. I argue
that
with
was a
niggas
wild
about
time. That was a wild time.
I don't care about none of that. I don't care about nothing that's gonna get the guns, that's gonna slow these niggas down from killing these babies. I'm not against that. I don't care about none of that.
Stop and frisk is a good idea though. Nowadays for sure.
Shakura said men are destroyed from being molested also. It depends on who they being molested by.
BJ, look up in Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, all those countries you cited. Look up the law on the death penalty is probably going to support what you're saying. They allow the death penalty for a lot of things. There was a time when the death penalty was on the table if you just renounced the existence of God. However, in practice, look up how many people have been executed and how many trials they've been where prosecutors have pushed for execution. It's extremely rare. It's much less than America. America is killing more people than the United Arab Emirates.
Oh, I know that.
All right,
so America got
not like in the UAE where that's like the law. Yeah, the law is strict as hell. But in practice, we're not just sitting here with firing squads.
You know why? Because you said it. The law is so strict over there. You going straight to if you yell, the girl went to jail for yelling in a rental car place in Dubai. She went to jail for yelling, for raising her voice in the rental car spot in Dubai. Come on now. What are we talking about?
BJ, everybody know they're not gonna get killed if they kill somebody. I don't think that's the big. I think, and that's the thing, BJ, with these penalties in practice, what you're doing, like, it is not the best. Like, you think the best deterrent is the maximum punishment. That's gonna stop people from committing these crimes.
And society proves it. Society in the Middle East, society in Dubai, where you could leave your Rolls Royce keys on top of the car with your wallet with money hanging out of it and go about your life for the next 4 or 5 hours and come back and not a dime is missing. Society proves it. You go to jail. Russia, these places where the penalties are severe, the crime rate is lower. Slower.
It's not about, I don't think there's multiple factors, BJ, obviously, but I believe that it is not about the severity of the crime, but about the certainty of it. In the United Arab Emirates, it is very hard to get away with stealing things from stores, stealing whatever that behavior. There's a lot of patrol. There's CCTV cameras every single place. There is no place where you're out of camera. It is that certainty that you will face any consequence that deters people. It is not the fact that if you get in trouble, you're going to get really fucked. It is that no matter what, you will get caught. That is what deters society.
Let me ask you this.
No matter what, you're going to get dragged.
Let me ask you this. What happens when you get caught stealing in the UAE?
I don't know. On paper, you're supposed to get your arm cut off. I don't think that's going on.
Oh.
But it's both. BJ, every country. BJ, that doesn't happen though. We all know that doesn't happen. Nobody actually thinks there's a likelihood.
It's on paper.
But
so it can happen.
That's just our religion. That's what our religion taught us. From when I was a little girl, they told me if you take this shit, they're gonna cut your arm off. That's what we were taught. Did I think anybody was getting their arm cut off? No, I didn't. I just knew that that's what should happen to me.
There wasn't no one-armed men in the city.
A lot of women do it too, teachers especially, etc. Yeah, a gym teacher just went to jail the other day for sending news or
I looked it up.
13-year-old.
For standard theft, the punishments include prison between months to several years, fines, criminal record, employment ban. For aggravated theft, breaking and entering, if it involves breaking and entering, you get longer prison sentences, higher fines, and if you're not from Dubai, it's mandatory deportation. Those are
mandatory deportation. Just like America needs to do.
I got a question for you, BJ.
It's expensive either way.
Amputation is never applied in the UAE. They do not amputate.
Johnny, it wouldn't be expensive my way. Go ahead, Dave.
I got a question for you, BJ. If someone robs you for all your worth, they steal all your cars, they steal your crib, they steal your money, and they find out who it was, and they lock them up. And you think they should be killed? You think they should be killed by lethal injection? They stole everything you was worth. Stole it all.
Say it one more time. They stole everything from me. Do I think and they got caught? Do I think they should die?
Do you think they should be killed?
No. That's it.
I just want to know what, like, don't get me wrong. I think like raping is the worst and child molestation is the worst human in the world and everything. I just don't know where we rating sins at that point then, because I feel like if we're gonna do that, if we're gonna start killing child molesters for that, then let's make the death penalty for someone who's for people who are stealing millions of dollars and stuff like that. Because where does the bus stop? The bus is not gonna stop there. They're gonna come up with another crime for somebody else and say, well, we can execute you for this. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to just stop with child molesters, especially with America's history.
It never been that way. It's never been that way. Especially with America's history. What are you talking about?
They only double down on things. They're going to make things worse. Things get worse before they get better in America.
Okay, so we're talking about sexual assault on a child under 12 years old. That's what we're talking about here. All right.
Right.
What's going to be worse?
With the laws, with their laws, if they could prosecute something like that by killing child molesters, if sentencing them to the death penalty, they'll start sentencing people who get RICO charges to the death penalty.
Not necessarily. They ain't been doing that.
They ain't been killing child molesters either, but it'll set a precedent. You can't if I can see it, if they can see it,
We have death row, bro. We have people getting sentenced to death. Okay,
we
they
do.
haven't been charging people with RICOs to death. They haven't been sentencing them to death.
I I don't know. I don't know of any, but if there is, has there been any child molesters sentenced to death?
You still stuck on child molesters. We have people being sentenced to death. Forget the child molesters. There's people being sentenced to death for
And
years.
those are all murderers, right? Those are all murderers that's being sentenced to
I don't
death.
know what they all are. Some of them
Okay.
probably gonna be rapists too. It's gonna be all types of stuff
Okay.
if you look it up. But I mean, they didn't go to nothing else.
Okay.
You putting in if was a fifth and all that. You doing that if was a fifth. If they do this, they could do this. They haven't done it. America's history haven't done it. Actually, you want to talk about America's history? America's history have been lenient on child molesters, very lenient on pedophiles. That's
Now that
America's
they
history.
shouldn't do.
While we sitting here acting like, just do this and do it shouldn't be this way. No, they should die. They should die. They should die, or they should go to death row or whatever, just like the person that took someone's life. You took a child's innocence. I don't play about children. I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't play
I
about
would kill
children.
you myself if you touch one of these
I don't
kids,
play with
but
you. That don't even make no sense. So you're against the death penalty. You're against you're with gun control, and you're against all these things. But I'm gonna kill you myself if you that's what you
touch
do.
my. I mean, it's a
You're
natural
not making
human
no
instinct.
sense.
You touch my kids, I'm gonna want to kill you. That's just a natural human instinct. I'm not gonna not want to kill you when you
Also,
touch my
because it's not
kids.
your child, because it's not your child, don't kill them. Let them live the rest of their life in jail because it's not Davon's kid. But
I'm
when it's
not.
Davon's kid, nah, you gotta die because it's
Me
my kid.
killing you is if I decide to kill somebody for touching my kid, I'm still wrong. I deserve to go to jail. What are we talking about? I'm still wrong. I'm
Yeah, I know
not in
you're
the right.
wrong, but it just don't make sense. It don't make sense. Because guess what? You start killing these niggas that's doing that shit, you won't have to worry about eventually that shit will stop. You won't have to worry about it getting to your child or your grandchild or your great grand. Kill them niggas. Kill them. Kill them. The president of Venezuela is giving everyone in his country automatic weapons to defend his country from an American invasion. Evil dictatorship will never do that. Ain't nobody going to Venezuela.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And Venezuela can't do nothing with America, man. They'll just send some drones over there. What, they gonna shoot the drones? Their rape cases in those countries are very low. Damn near non-existent. Damn near. A lot of people don't think about doing these crimes in those countries because the laws are respected. They're respected because they're extreme. In America, they fight against Sharia laws because they want to sin in peace. All law enforcement know the criminals and rapists, but they still allow them to roam in the streets. They protect them. They protect them in prison. Y'all, that's another thing. Y'all act like, we'll get them the rest of their life in prison. Them niggas is going to the PC unit. They gonna be chilling. They gonna be chilling, and they don't get no time. They get less time than drug dealers. Niggas get 2-3 years and be out again. They don't get no time. Crazy. Yeah.
I say getting
I'm
30
biased.
years.
I'm biased when it comes to that. Nah, kill them niggas. Kill them. A lot of those strict laws work, and they are in divine scriptures. Allah gave righteous man domain over the earth. We gotta assume our position again. And man, I agree with you, Suleiman. We getting weak.
Oh,
We
that's
getting weak.
sweet.
That's one thing. That's one thing. America needs to take from the Muslim countries for real. The what you call that? The punishment. Nah, that's materialistic. Those are things we are talking about. Children. Facts.
It's a good
My
point.
Abu father always taught me that whenever he traveled to Muslim countries, the best tour guides that can be trusted were the ones with one hand. It really works. The one hand people are the best. All these crimes exist because man refused to respect and submit to the universal laws of nature. Immediately, once they are found absolutely guilty. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I get them 7 days. I get them 7 days, man. I get them 7 days if make sure we ain't over. Make sure we got everything correct. You know what I'm saying? 7 days. Get them 7 days, and they got to go. Off
What
with their
happens?
head.
Another thing we didn't take into account of, somebody's gonna, God forbid, that's not even God forbid, whatever.
Oh shoot.
And that if you chop off somebody's head and then after those 7 days you find out that person was innocent, then what? We can't bring that man back to life
We're not gonna
or
find out if it
woman.
was incident. Once we chop their head off, it's over. What we keep looking for?
Okay.
Once we chop their head off, case closed.
Case closed. No more
Yeah.
evidence to be found.
Yeah, we ain't looking for nothing else. We ain't searching. It's over.
There's an imam that is celebrating in Australia, Sydney. What just took place? Okay, I just texted it to you, Rob. He's celebrating what just took place. And look at the passion he has on what is happening. Look at the passion he has. I'm smiling.
I'm smiling and I'm happy. I'm elated. It's a day of courage.
It's a day of courage.
It's a day of pride. It's a day of victory.
Allah Akbar.
What we've been waiting for.
Okay. So you can pause this. This is a clip that, by the way, just so everybody.
So
that was wild.
So that's them in Sydney. That's them in Sydney, Australia, after the shooting, praising them man.
To be proud, and that he was serious. They were serious.
Dead serious.
Dead serious. That's crazy. You should to be praising what those men did is crazy. They took lives viciously, ruthlessly, and randomly.
What y'all think? What y'all think about the monk? Look. Here we go. My mom.
That was mom.
How do we know that's where that was? Look at this.
That your mom would be.
Stop, mom.
Chill.
Stop. You gotta stop. Stop it. Let me see.
That was wild.
What you think about these monks? What y'all think about the peace walk with these monks?
I think it's dope. They ain't hurting nobody, ain't harming nobody. I think it's more hilarious to see the people that's out there like giving them high fives and all that, knowing they ain't peace with themselves and they Karens and all that. I thought that was pretty. Thinking that to myself in my head that some of them people ain't out there living right themselves, but it was cool to see the monks walk through the states and all that. Like watching them.
They in Georgia.
They just went through Monroe or something like that. They speed walking through the city, ain't they?
Why are them black people in the way? That's what I would like to know. Why are the black people? Why are them black people there?
I don't know why they walking with them
folks. You don't know
folk.
what that video was about. All I know is all night y'all been defending this evil. All night. That's all I know. That's what I know. I didn't see nothing. They could have been anywhere. Those pink people are clever. Yo, man. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop. Let's say the video is true. What's trying to be said by podcast? What narrative is being created? God led anti-Muslim match with pig on Quran. So I don't know what you talking about, Susan. It's titled Muslim extremists. That's a red flag right there. Y'all can't be in agreement with everything, bro. Y'all can't be in agreement with everything wrong, then talk this righteous stuff, right and evil, and this, that, and the third, and be in agreement with everything that's wrong.
It was titled, that's a red flag.
Footage shows Islamic extremists celebrating in Sydney on October 7th. Let me see. Forget Patrick Beverly David. He didn't create the video, Dawu. worried about the messenger.
They know that video is. I don't think that video is documented. We wouldn't know.
Yeah. What you think, bro? Let me find another video. Let me get into my bag.
I think the world's a terrible place, man. That's what I think, cuzzo. Think people spread misinformation, bad information. Think people are demonic, like you say all the time, man. And no matter the culture, no matter religion, no matter the Democrat, no matter who you praise to, you're gonna find somebody evil in your circle, man. They all over the place. Just like good people exist, bad people exist, and indifferent people exist. Just how it go. You know? One of the grateful things I found this year, I'm happy I was able to find God for myself, man. Not through religion, not through your religion at least. And I'm happy. Even through bad times, this is a great year for me just finding God and realizing that y'all are just human beings with bad intentions, man. And there's people with good intentions. Being able to differentiate the two is the blessing I got.
Where did it go? Let me see.
Thank you, Johnny Frame.
It's not factual. You have to show us clear facts. Okay. Okay. We've been in this game forever. Y'all rookies, they always be lying. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm surprised y'all not saying Australia was a lie. Simple. Watch whole video to see what's being said. If they support killing innocent Jews, then they are wrong and not Muslim. If Patrick is lying, then that should be exposed too. What is Patrick lying about? Good point. Good people, bad people. That's a fact, Johnny. Yes, sir. Thank you. That's a fact. I don't care what your religion is. It's good and bad in everything. There's no. That's the problem. That's the problem that y'all displaying to me. That's the problem. All night, y'all been justifying everything. All night. There was a white Christian Zionist who support Israel marching with pig and Quran to antagonize Muslims. Oh, so what? So what?
It's right.
Did he slap a Muslim? Did he stab a Muslim? Did he shoot a Muslim? Did he spit in a Muslim face? So what? How weak is that? If I was Muslim, I wouldn't care about no white Christian Zionist marching with the pig and the Quran. Why would I care about? Just like I don't care about a white boy talking about nigga. I don't care.
Nope.
Why would I care about that?
Nope.
The problem is y'all be talking crazy listening to what we know is corrupt media. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I guess he's talking about the video Australia with the Muslim group.
Here you go.
Peace, brothers.
What up, brother?
Peace. Hold on. Where is Door?
I don't know. She left.
Did I play this one before?
BJ, peace, Davon.
What up, peace?
How you doing, brother? Peace.
How y'all doing?
Cool and big, brother.
Did y'all see this one before?
In Islam, by nature, they are bullies.
I like this guy.
Of African culture. It is expressed in their intolerance of other people who believe differently from who they are. So here's a simple example. If a Muslim walks into this village, the first object is to build a mosque and make everyone in that village a Muslim. It changes your timetable of waking up. You wake up at 5, changes your fashion, changes the way you bury your loved ones. Now you must do everything according to Islamic law. The same thing is true with Christianity. Christianity walks into a space, first thing they want to do, as a Zulu, as a Xhosa, you take off your shirt and put on your beautiful beads, and you walk up to church. Christianity will look at you, because apparently you must become European first, before you can become Christian. In order for God to accept you, He cannot accept you in your authenticity. He needs first to take you through the culture of the dominant culture, which is the colonial culture, before you can actually become an acceptable Christian.
Yeah, he right. He 100% right.
Mm-hmm.
He 100%
Sweet
right.
Mom, what you got? What you got, Sweet Mom? I'm looking up some more clips. Got some more clips for y'all.
I don't think Suey heard you. Like getting better
Yeah, yeah.
receptionist.
What you say? What you say?
You saw that clip just now?
Yeah, I saw the clip. Yeah.
How you feel about it?
Well, in Islamic doctrine in the scriptures, it says that Allah commands to any Muslim that there's no compulsion in religion. So you're not supposed to force your religion or your faith on any non-believers or anybody who have a different practice. But you can give dawah, you can build. Building means like just converse and share ideas and things of that nature. But as far as forcing anybody, you're not supposed to do that.
That's powerful. That's
Yeah,
powerful.
so you'll have different representation in all the faiths. You'll have different people who, might be crazy, or you might get stuff back in blood, might want to force people to do stuff, or have people who are subservient. But all praises to Allah, the Creator. You're supposed to submit only to Allah, and Allah says, those who embrace the faith and embrace the truth freely out of their own, out of their own free will. That's the best way. You're not supposed to force anybody, because that person's they're not gonna really believe if you forcing people, you know what I'm saying? So they have to see good representation in yourself. And inshallah, through seeing you being a good Muslim and having good practice, that opens their hearts to want to learn and understand certain things.
Yeah, you can't be a good Muslim. You can't be a good Muslim and not denounce the bad Muslims.
Right.
It don't work like that. I wouldn't want to join something, but I got common sense. I could look at these people and say they're wrong, but then you got these people right here with the same faith and saying, oh nah, you don't know, that could be a lie or anything.
Yeah,
This and the third.
if
I'm
you
like,
find
nah,
out
I don't got time to
if you
try to
see,
figure out if this is a lie or not. You know what I'm saying?
no, but
If
you should
if
though.
you're not sitting here, if you're not sitting here telling me that if that's true, that's wrong, then I'm not playing with you neither. That's it.
Yeah,
I don't got time. I'm
yeah,
not gonna waste my time to figure out if this is a lie or if this or
yeah.
they playing games and no this, that, and the third. No, I ain't got time to play like that.
Or deciphering what someone
There's
said to
wrong
believe
Muslims.
this or
There's
believe
wrong
that.
Muslims. There's bad Muslims. Like there's wrong Christians and there's bad Christians. But guess what? This on these same platforms and these same videos. If them people was Christian, y'all wouldn't be talking like that. Y'all wouldn't be saying,
Not
"Oh, it's a
anybody.
trick.
Anybody
It's a
deserves.
lie.
Everybody
It's
deserves
not this. It's not
investigation.
that." You wouldn't be doing it. You automatically say, "Yeah, look at that. Look at them. Look at them Christians. Yeah, they doing that. I see it all the time. I hear it all the time.
Now,
I
me
know."
personally, I wouldn't do that. Me personally, I wouldn't do that.
I believe you, Sweet Mom.
Yeah, if I see some crazy stuff from anybody, I would say I would try to investigate the situation. I would try to see what happened instead of just saying, "Oh, this is what happened," because we've seen it over and over again. The media, a lot of times, like Trump said, the media be lying, right? Trump always said the media be lying, CNN be lying, MSNBC be lying. So that's a reality. The news do be lying about stuff. So I give everybody the benefit of the doubt and do research before I come to a conclusion. So that's how you should do it,
Mm-hmm.
And I respect that. I
Yeah.
respect that. Hold on.
You're not gonna come to the show. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
What's up?
There she go.
What up,
Hey
I'm on
Naima.
here.
Hey Naima, yeah, you here with us? What up?
Jeez, I don't see y'all. Hold on. Let me see what I did.
You can't be coming on the show with funny internet now. Come on now.
I know.
Go ahead, y'all rock out. I gotta get back in my email. Y'all go ahead.
That
Well, we can see
I
you now.
can't see y'all, but I can still talk, right?
Yep,
Yeah,
we see you, Naima. You good.
All right, cool. I mean, y'all was talking. I don't want to interrupt nobody.
Nah, you good, Naima. You got the floor. Go ahead.
So the whole thing is this, right? It's a few things, right? For one thing, we gotta separate certain situations from the religion.
And that's any religion. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like every time it's a situation, it's like, the extremist Muslims, look what they doing. But what y'all don't understand is Israel and the Jews isn't, y'all said it, they run America, they in charge of media, they in charge of everything, right? So why can't y'all believe that they've been spewing this narrative for years, beyond years, as long as they've been in control, to make us look horrible, to make us look like the enemies, to make us look like bad guys as a whole. Yes, there are some bad guys. There's bad guys in every religion, in every culture, every race. We already know that. We talked about this episodes ago, right? But the point is, there is a narrative that every little clip, Muslims is being extreme, Muslims is killing everybody, attacking everybody, and there's an idea that's just been embedded in everybody's mind, especially Americans. And we can't deny that when 9/11 happened, I don't know if you remember or if you heard about this, BJ, but when 9/11 happened,
I was outside while it was going
they
on.
they popped somebody right on Albany. Think that he was an Arab or something, and he wasn't even. I don't know if he was Spanish or white or what he was.
He was Polish.
But you see what happens just off of, just off of niggas getting excited about what they see on the media.
I wouldn't. You can't use that because you can't use that. It wasn't just because he looked Muslim. He didn't even look Muslim. He had an army fatigue suit on and a book bag, and he walked up and down. He walked up and down the block. We don't know what's going on. It wasn't even the fact that he was Muslim or nothing like that. What was going on?
There was a lot of hate crimes around that time. It was a lot of hate crimes around that time.
It was craziness, and we didn't have no forms of communication. TV was out, everything was off. We don't know what was going on, but all we saw was actually he looked white more than anything. Was this man army fatigued out with the book bag on, walking up and down the block? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, y'all had to protect y'all block. I feel y'all.
The Muslim thing was in the play too, though. I ain't gonna lie. The Muslim thing was in the play too. You know.
It just got crazy within a few hours.
He was at the wrong place at the wrong time. For real. And it was sad because I felt bad because actually I read the article about him in the newspaper.
I do remember something like that too.
He was from Poland and he was lost. And because of what happened, the train stopped. And he got off. He was supposed to be going somewhere on the other side of Brooklyn, and the train wasn't moving. So he ended up getting off the train and ended up on our block. And he had an army fatigue suit on and a book bag and like a skelly hat and wasn't saying nothing. And people was trying to ask him something, tell him to stop. Like, yo, what you doing over here? Da, da, da. And he was just, you know what I mean? And then that's what happened.
Yeah, that's how it get because they scaring everybody.
Sad.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's what they've been doing with the media all this time, that everybody just get. That's why it's like, we talk about, people can't come over to Islamic countries and do anything, or they being forced to be Muslim. Yo, it's not that easy being Muslim in America. It hasn't for a very long time. It has not. You know what I mean? Y'all think that, everybody could just do what they want. And don't get me wrong, we came a long way. We could pray in the street. But why can't we? Of course we could pray in the street. Y'all let homosexuals get married. Why we can't pray in the street? Anything goes in this country. So we should be able to worship. Every time it's us in a topic, it's a problem. It's crazy to me. It's like, what's good? Why y'all mad we pray 5 times a day? That's weird to me. That's weird.
I don't see Muslims being. Why is it so hard being a Muslim in America?
I haven't seen it, to tell you the truth.
The Nation of Islam is actually the most powerful group of black people in America.
And they make it seem so easy.
It's been like that for years.
They make it seem peaceful and easy at that.
The nation liberated black people. The nation liberated black people. So that's a little different.
The Yemeni Delhi workers are the most powerful Muslims in America.
Who? The Yemeni Delhi worker? What?
It's the truth.
Nah.
All right. Listen, it's only 10,000.
Why you say that?
There's only 10,000 Nation of Islam people in the world. 10,000.
You don't believe that. You don't believe that.
I don't even believe that.
It's 10,000 Nation of Islam people here in Atlanta.
It's 10,000 Nation of Islam niggas in jail, in prison. I don't believe that.
Now they 5%. They 5% nation.
I don't
Those
believe
5%
that.
nation.
Nah, don't you can't say that to my
Why?
last
Why you?
monkey. That
Why
man
you say?
prayed more than
Why you say? Why
man.
you say the Yemen people are more most powerful though? And Yemen don't consider themselves black. They consider themselves Yemen. But go ahead. I'll
No,
let you rock
I'm
with that.
saying they say they say they Muslims. You said Muslim, right? You said Nation Islam is the most powerful Muslims.
I
You said in
did.
America.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's not true.
So why is the Yemen's most powerful to you?
Well, in numbers, you know what I'm saying? Numbers wise,
Numbers don't equal power.
and business wise. Business is power. When you have business
So what businesses
in
you talking
America
about?
and real estate, that's power.
And they all work with each other too. Like they all work with each other. You don't even be realizing how much they connected. They all put their money in and just open up stores like it's nothing everywhere.
Yeah, I don't know too many. I'm not saying that they righteous. I'm just saying that numbers wise.
No, we ain't talking about
business
righteousness. We
wise,
talking about power.
yeah, power wise they are. Business wise, yeah, they're immigrants. They're more powerful in America.
I mean, well, what are y'all talking about as far as power? In what way?
I'm saying that when the politicians come to you and they want your support, that means you got power. Politicians go to a
That's a
bunch
good
of
point. You know what?
yeah,
All right. So we're able, it's been for years. We used to have to take off for school for our holiday. And we just taking off. That's our attendance. We ain't getting perfect attendance, none of that. As soon as they got involved, they are the ones that got it where now it's a legit holiday. They are the ones that while we could pray out in the street, we are more respected in a way because of them word. Like as far as a whole, Islam nation, that's a certain sect. And like I said, they liberated, us as black people. They get respect for that. They powerful and they positive. You know what I'm saying? They straight positive. So, but the whole thing is that, yeah, as a whole in the country, as far as Islam, they did get certain things done. The like he said, the Yemenis and the Middle Eastern Muslims, they
well
did.
that goes for us to learn from that. You know what I'm saying? And strategize and organize and to be straightforward with whatever goals or construction we need to establish within our community. We got to be, we got to be straightforward with it. We can't just play around and think that just being a celebrity makes you powerful. That doesn't. It's other aspects. It's business. It's real estate. That's how the Jews, right? They got it popping because they into real estate. They into politics.
Crazy. They buying up our property like it's nothing. It's ridiculous. It's really
So
sad what's happening in Brooklyn.
that tells you that's the power. That tells you that runs the country. Real estate, distribution, all those different aspects of business is what runs the country. Not just celebrity. That don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the celebrities are actually lobbyists for the politicians, for different business people. A lot of those celebrities are bought. If you think about it, a lot of the black celebrities, especially, a lot of them are bought by different entities. You know what I'm saying?
We definitely
For
ain't talking about
example,
celebrity. Celebrity don't equals the power. You talking about power. The
most
Yemen
people,
population in America is about 90,000 as of 2020.
I'm saying what I'm saying is that the Yemenis who don't get fly, who don't got the Timberlands on, who ain't, they're the ones who they doing making moves. Just like the Jews. The Jews all wear the same clothing, simple clothing. They're not into the fashion. They're not trying to outdress each other or nothing like that. Our people think that power comes from fashion and celebrity and money, right? Just having money.
I said NOI. NOI don't think that.
That's true.
Yeah, but
They don't
with
think none of that.
NOI, but the NOI is like I said, numbers wise, like it's not like that numbers wise. You know what I'm saying?
Numbers don't equal the power though. Okay, Yemen has 90,000. The NOI has 50,000, and that was of 2007. They haven't even played. I know it's more than 50,000, but as
And
of
that should be
2007,
crazy in itself. That should be crazy right there, because the nation Islam was here decades before Yemenis came to America. They was here for a long time before them. So how is it more of them than Nation Islam? That's crazy right there. A stat. That's crazy.
I'm looking up.
Explain that.
NOI.
Explain how Yemenis is 90,000 and Nation Islam is 50,000.
Cause I feel like it's more than 50,000 anyway in 2025. But
You could feel like what you
Oh,
want to feel like. You said you go by stats, so the stats say 50,000.
I'm trying to fruit of Islam, cause they might have separated them too.
Well, most of Nation Islam became regular Muslims, regular Orthodox Islam.
That's
Like
enough. Yeah, they did elevate, like, and graduate.
well, yeah, Elijah Muhammad's son, the one who started Nation Islam, Warfdi Muhammad, he branched off from Nation Islam. After his father became ill and old and all that, he kind of branched off of that because Elijah Muhammad sent Warfdi Muhammad. He actually sent him to the east to actually study true Islam. And true Islam don't teach you to teach that the white man's a devil and Allah's a man. He came in a person of Matthew Fahad Muhammad, and it's different. It's different differences between Nation Islam and the large mainstream Islam. That the Islam that Allah sent to us, the Islam that Allah revealed to humanity, is not what Nation Islam teach. They teach something else. So that's why a lot of people are not gravitating towards that because it doesn't make sense. A lot of it.
Well, no, I mean that you start off in the nation and then you graduate. You know what I mean? Which is cool too. Like, it's nothing wrong with that because they do have a lot of positive qualities. And like I said, they liberated us. They got us off of the alcohol. They got us being militant and clear-minded and focused and all of that. So we definitely
That's
can't
power.
take that. But it's
That's
the
power.
problem
When
is
you
when
could
a man is
take a
involved.
group of people who were drug addicts, sinful by nature.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't even want to say sinful by nature, but living a sinful life, clean them up,
Be born pure. Mm-hmm.
introduce discipline, sobriety, everything that you could turn Malcolm Little into Malcolm X. That's power.
Right.
Yeah.
The
But even
police
Malcolm
don't mess
X,
with them. The NOI own land. The NOI own facilities. The NOI has money. They
did more than me.
Black people, we already have immigrants to come over here and form something better than us anyway because we too divided anyway. So the NOI is lucky to have the numbers they have in the first place. They have a lot going against them. They got to fight with the drug dealer. They got to fight with the gangbanger. They got to fight with a lot of people in their own race and their own nation. Yemenis don't have to deal with that. Before they even get to the white man or whoever or the Jew, before they get to any of them people, the NOI, Nation of Islam, have to deal with their own people. So those are you. I'm just going back to when you say.
But check this out though, BJ. Check this out. You just said wait. Hold on. BJ just said it's 90,000 Yemenis and it's 50,000 Nation Islam. Based on what you see in society, right? You see delis everywhere throughout America, right? You see businesses throughout America that's run by Yemenis, right? No. So 50,000, you probably could do something.
I see a few. People. I see a lot of delis. They not all ran by Yemenis. I see most of the Yemenis.
Most of the delis in New York are ran by Yemenis. You can ask them. They all from Yemen. I
know that to be true.
All right, ask them. When you in New York,
the store on the corner of my block on Marcus Garvey in Decatur, are they Yemenis?
You said Marcus Garvey, Decatur.
Yeah, right around the corner
there. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, I sell to them. I believe they from. I think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. What about Fulton and Marcus Garvey?
No, Sammy. I think Sammy. I don't think he's from Yemen. I don't know. I think Sammy was from.
I about to say, what else was from
I think Sammy was from Morocco. Sammy was from Morocco. I think Sammy, right?
Okay.
Near your house.
So give me a store that's the Yemen store.
Every store I sell to.
I mean,
give me one. You see how I just gave you Marcus Garvey, Decatur, Marcus Garvey, Fulton?
Quincy and
give me a location.
Okay, I'll give you one. Albany and Fulton.
I went to school with the little Yemenis girl in 5th grade. Her family been owned that store. Whatever. Shout out to Ashwak. But they Yemenis on our block, up the block. They've been it's been the same family.
I'm saying BJ know my business. BJ know my line of work. So I asked all the stores where they from. They from Yemen, all of them that I sell to.
Yeah, but those are stores you deal with. That don't mean those are all the delis and stores in New York. Those are the
I
ones
hear
you
all the
deal with.
stores. I hear all the stores in Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx. They all from Yemen.
And they all Yemenis.
Most of them.
And they buy it out.
99%.
All the
99%. That's damn near all.
99%.
That's basically all. Nah, I can't go for that.
That's why when BJ say, oh, different Muslims, they come into America and stuff like that. A lot of the Muslims not coming to America. That's like a small amount that's coming to America to get rich. You know what I'm saying? A large amount of them stay where they at in their countries, and they freaking being American militaries coming in their country and trying to dictate stuff. You know what I'm saying?
What country you talking about?
Yemen. America bombed Yemen. Yemen was trying to defend Palestine. America bombed Yemen. So what does that tell you about the Yemenis that's in Yemen? They have a different mindset than the Yemenis that's in America.
They can't get over here.
They can't get over it.
Yeah.
They probably
could, they would. Because as much as everybody talk down on America and talk against America, they come over here.
Now that's facts.
I'm saying you have certain people.
That's where the money's at. They was sending their bread back over there.
I get
it. Not to throw my customers under the bus, but a lot of them they got certain ways. A lot of my customers, and they Yemenis from Muslim from.
Oh, you saying
Muslim
some of them is not they not all righteous, right? That's what you saying.
They're not all together. They're not all together.
Yeah, that's what I said. We know that every Muslim is not doing deen the way they supposed to. We know
the Muslims in Dubai ain't like the Muslims in Palestine or Saudi Arabia.
Yo, the
totally
Muslims,
different.
Yo, they got in what's the other one? Dubai. What's the other one? In the
Qatar,
Abu Dhabi.
Saudi Arabia,
don't get me wrong.
Abu
All
Dhabi.
the restaurants, they don't sell no alcohol. But then they got one first of all, they got one club that they call the only one. And then they got the resorts. The resorts
how you know
all
about
money. At the resorts, they sell y'all niggas alcohol. Not y'all niggas.
Forgive me for this.
Like, they make sure they get that, but that's still corrupt because you're not supposed to do it at all. You know what I'm saying?
Forgive me for this, but it only seems like the only face of religions that seem like they all don't follow their deen like they're supposed to, or they religion like they're supposed to, is Muslims and Christians. Like you can find so many different Christians doing what they're not supposed to do, or very or interpreting the Bible how they want to interpret it, and Muslims do the same thing. I feel like both groups. I don't know no other religion that do this. Other religions, it seem like, yeah, I guess. I don't see when I see the Jewish community, it seems like all the Jewish act on that one accord. I could be wrong, but it seems like they all act on that one accord. When I see like I like to look at Sikhism a little bit. They seem like they all act on that one accord. People from Africa, they all seem like they move on that one accord. It just don't seem like Christians and Muslims to me. I don't see that.
So there are large groups of people that act on one accord, even in Islam. But Jews, they're cultural Jews too. That's the thing. A cultural Jew or like cultural Muslims, or those are people who like they trying to practice different things, but then they might do like the basics, but then they still mixed up with America and the foul stuff that goes on here. They corrupted. Like people can get corrupted. Then there's people that are trying to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? Just like I can speak as a I'm gonna keep it real with you. As a born Muslim, I went out in the dunya world. The dunya world is the world. I was young and I went out there to see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because I was born Muslim. And it was taught to me and I believed in it. But then I had to see that it was corrupt out there, and I had to come back and learn for myself to see what I truly believe in. You know what I'm saying? And I learned a lot from going out in the streets that, Islam is the way. It's the straight path. But it's not just because, it's a religion and because of a book. It's because, everything that it teaches me, when I go out there, I see it's nothing else that could help that situation. Just like I've dressed regular, meaning that, I've dressed, have my scarf on, wore regular fitted clothing, and then I've garbed up, been covered. The way I get approached, not even approached, the way men interact with me is totally different, bro. Totally different. I'm gonna get hollered at if I ain't got no clothes on. It's a given. You going outside to get hollered at, you don't got no clothes on. Even if you don't want to, that's what's gonna happen. If I'm garbed up, I'm not getting hollered at. I'm actually getting respect. Peace, sis. This, that, and the third. Even non-Muslims will protect me in the street because I'm garbed up and covered up. That's the point of being modest. Whether you Muslim, whether you Jew, whether you Christian. That's why
it don't sound like it's as hard being Muslim in America.
Well, in
You're right,
certain ways.
BJ.
In certain
You're right,
ways.
BJ. It ain't hard for me.
Yeah, it's not hard. What I'm saying is that it's like I feel like we do get respect, but we don't get respect for being Muslim. We don't get respect for being Muslim. Like I don't know how to explain it. I'm
not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you, BJ and Davon.
I get respect.
As an African American Muslim, it's a little better. Like you get it's less like you get a little more. To me, you get more respect, like an African American Muslim. Now, if you like an Arab Muslim,
no, but that don't mean they NOI.
But they don't always respect us either. That's another thing. I could come from a black perspective when it comes to other people from, you know what I'm saying, out of this country.
I want to play this clip.
Oh, go ahead, bro.
I forgot about it.
And not for nothing, man. You look gorgeous in the garb too. Fuck that. You garb or no garb, nigga.
Peace, bro.
Thank
you.
She married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't saying it like that. I'm just saying.
Take the compliment.
So
thank you, bro.
That's why we can't have
babies. That at the end of the day, everyone is slaves to Zionists.
Show me where any book says that.
It's not just your books.
Does your book say this, Habibi? فإذا لقيتم الذين كفروا فضرب الرقاب.
Yeah, so
we're gonna kill all the Jews in the end. You will be finished.
Is Iraq hot? The weather, is it hot?
Iraq is very hot, but we can't handle.
Good, because it's good practice for Jahannam, because that's where you're going to burn.
Yeah, but we can't handle. But you can't handle. You are a girl.
I didn't know what he said.
You're Zionist.
Yeah,
Ana Zioni.
Okay. So you guys believe that at the end of the day, everyone is slaves to Zionists.
Show me where any book says that.
It's not just your books.
Does your book say this, Habibi? فإذا لقيتم الذين كفروا فضرب الرقاب.
Yeah, so
we're gonna kill all the Jews in the end. You will be finished.
Is Iraq hot?
Yeah.
So when you meet those who aren't Muslim, strike their neck. That's what the Quran says.
I need some context behind that. The verse. Because in the same sense, there's plenty of verses in the Quran that says you're not to harm, or there's no compulsion in religion. You're not supposed to force your way on Jews or Christians. And you actually have societies, you have Islamic ruled countries and societies where Jews and Christians live there peacefully for like thousands of years, including Palestine. Palestine Christians are being bombed too. If you look into it, there's a lot of Christian Palestinians. Their churches being destroyed. They're being killed by Israeli soldiers and stuff like that. So
this should be more. This should be the face of Islam. I'm gonna say Black Islam especially. This is a good example of Islam. Not all that other stuff. This right here.
Which one? Let me see.
I can't hate you. It's not our way. Showing rahmah, mercy, that is our way. And you were a baby, and you are still a child. His death was already ordained. Maybe the purpose is to save your life, because you're not going to be killed by this society. My family would like very much to be a part of your seeing a better way of life, so that this does not repeat itself, because I will always be a part of your life. You can only see how to help them when you have forgiven truly from your heart.
That's Islam.
Yeah,
that should be
this planet don't even.
Islam.
This planet don't even deserve a woman like that. She's too powerful for this planet. We don't even
Did he get
deserve her.
out of jail? Did the boy get out of jail?
Not for
That
nobody.
wasn't that. Nah. Yeah, he killed her son.
Yeah.
No, I'm
He gonna
saying
do at least 20,
because
25.
the mother forgive him.
No, it don't matter
No,
what she
that's not how that
forgave.
works.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The law of the land that's the penalty for the crime.
And you do life, but for her to say I forgive you, and not only say I forgive you, I'm gonna be in your life as you. Come on, bro. That's something different. That's different. I'm gonna be in your life as
The
you try to
representation
make
of her
change.
faith. She said, "My faith does not allow me to hate you."
Yeah.
The representation of Islam.
To
Not
maybe
hating the Jews, not hating the Christians. That's not Islam.
that's
Right or
wild.
wrong?
Yeah,
Or
we
is
don't
it
even.
Islam?
Right.
You can tell me. Is it Islam?
Yeah, the last clip you showed, that's not Islam. That's not Islam.
With the woman?
No, the last clip with the before
That's the
that
last
one.
clip I showed.
I mean the clip before the
Oh,
last.
with the dudes
Two
talking.
guys. Yeah, that's not Islam.
And that's a but you know what, Suleiman, you for the most part, you say when you're against something. You say with matter of
Yeah,
fact,
the shooter in Australia.
Dawood could learn a lot from you. Dawood could learn a lot from you, man.
Well, we
Dawood
supposed
called
to
me
be
an
better than
agent.
our parents, right? He's the new
Yeah,
improved
that was a
version.
good one, Dawood. That was a good one. Called me an agent.
He
VJ,
called
my
you an
pop's not
agent.
coming on
That shit
camera.
had me
He's not even coming
dying.
on camera. So
Yo, that shit had
That
me
was a good one.
dying.
you ain't gonna
Yeah.
get my pops on the camera. So
Oh no, I already know that. Yeah.
that's
Go
about
ahead. Go
that.
ahead, y'all. Go ahead, y'all. I'm still looking for some more clips.
Yeah, I was saying that even the clip with the when they said the in Australia they said it was some Muslim guys who shot them, right? Or whatever. Even in that situation, you gotta kinda like once you hear about it, okay, that's wrong if that happened. But you don't stop there. You look into it. You do some research. You know what I'm saying? You don't just stop at stuff and just listen to the news. Even if they was Jews shooting at Muslims, you don't just believe it just because, you know what I'm saying? Everybody should do research and find out, what's going on with it.
It ain't too much research to do. You saw it with your own eyes.
Come on, you saw a video of some what? Two guys shooting a gun. You didn't see nobody getting shot, no dead bodies.
Suleiman, you think nobody was shot
Y'all
that
go
day?
too far with the
I'm not saying they
conspiracy.
wasn't. I'm just saying that you got to do research. You just believe whatever.
Suleiman,
I'm
there's
just saying.
people out there singing those men praises, calling them heroes for that day. You just called the whole group of people a bunch of lies that they called that man a hero.
I believe them.
Yeah,
11
that's
people
wrong.
died. 12 people died.
Yeah, that's wrong.
I believe that. I got another clip
Yeah,
for
that's
y'all.
wrong.
Many countries, and you impose Islam and a god from Arabia on those countries that you went. Allah was not known in Africa. It was known only in Arabia because Arabic language, right? The Jews never mention Allah in all their books. The best you can get close to is Elaha, which is not the same anyway. So the name Allah is not known by any of the previous prophets. It's a new name, and according to the Torah, we don't need to follow a God that is not known by our forefathers. Now, for you to say we Africans worship a white man, it shows you are ignorant. Why I'm saying you are ignorant, respectfully, is because Jesus is not from Europe. He's from Israel. They are not white people. The fact that some idiots make a picture of a white man and they bow to is against the Bible. So you don't call them Christians and you don't impose that on me. You don't know me from anywhere and you say I'm worshiping a white man. That's where I said I was offended and I need you to apologize.
Yeah, I like him. He stood on his faith.
I didn't see.
Yeah, that's a good one. I could break that down.
Which part?
I could break down the whole video of what they were discussing.
Go ahead then. Break it down.
I'm talking about the information that. Yeah, Thank you. So the brother, the African brother, his first ever mistake was he said that Allah wasn't the title of God. Before he said Arabia forced that on Africans. That's not true because Allah is means the God in Arabic. And if you look back at the prophets, the lineage of the prophets, including Jesus, they spoke Aramaic. Aramaic was their language. That's an ancient Afro-Asiatic. If you look up the word, the language Aramaic, it's an Afro-Asiatic Semitic language. So Afro means as African, right? And that's before Prophet Muhammad have existed. Prophet Jesus, Prophet Moses, Prophet Abraham, they all spoke Aramaic. And in Aramaic language, the word for God is Allah. If you look it up, anybody can look that up. Now he said Allah. He said Allah, right? Slight dialect. It's a slight dialect. It's Aramaic, Hebrew, and Arabic. They're all ancient Semitic languages. That's African. That's from our people. Allah always been the title for God. Whether you say Allah, 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 whatever you want to say it.
And the
It means,
spelling
it
is
means the God.
different, but
The
it's
spell is
still
not
pronounced the
different.
same.
It's actually not though. If you look it up, the spell is not different.
Well, some of this were about ELOH. I'm just saying that's a lot too, just so nobody gets confused. That is still pronounced a lot. It's just a different spelling. But I hear I'm
Listen,
you,
groups
bro.
could try to change. The groups can try to change. They could try to change things. The groups, anybody's group can try to change something, but the language itself you can't change because the language has been preserved for thousands of years. So the dialect and the pronunciation is the same. So it's Allah throughout. That's before Prophet Muhammad, right? Before Prophet Muhammad came along, in Arabia and that part of the world, they was pagans. They was worshiping statues and trees and the sun. They was worshiping
Not
everything other than
everyone.
the creator. Huh?
Not everyone. Not everyone.
I'm talking about most of Arabia. Pre-Prophet Muhammad, most of Arabia was pagans. Most of them. That's why Allah sent the Prophet Muhammad to that area to spread Islam. Just like Islam existed through the Israeli or the Hebrew nations as well. Islam means submission to God. Islam
Yeah.
means
So
submission to God.
before it spread, before it spread it to Israel and the Hebrew nations, what were they doing?
No, I said Islam was in Israel before Arabia. It was in Africa. It
How?
was all throughout Africa.
How?
That was their practice. That was their religion. Their religion was submission to God, and they followed the law, the commandments of
Where's the
God.
facts? Where's the facts that prove that?
The language. They spoke
Nah,
they
that's
spoke
not. That's
Aramaic and Hebrew. They
nah,
spoke Aramaic and
nah, no,
Hebrew.
no, no. That don't mean that Islam was the religion of that. They just because the Muhammad created the Quran and all that, right?
Allah created the Quran. The Quran is
All right,
recitation.
Muhammad wrote it, right? I don't even believe that. Where's the facts for that? That's another thing. Y'all pick and choose when y'all want to talk this fact stuff. How y'all gonna tell me God told this illiterate dude what to put in his book or whatever? I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all.
Well, it's not.
That's as much as I'm
It's not
believing.
necessarily that it's facts, but it's what the information that we have, and everything just lines up and makes sense. So I'm not going to sit up here and say, "Oh, I know for a fact this and that." I wasn't there, but at the same point in time, when everything lines up together from Adam, you know what I mean, and nothing is really veering off. I mean, it has to be. And then when you connect it to science and life, that's what I'm saying. It could get even deep. Like even when we go into Ramadan and fasting, there's plenty of non-Muslims that fast and see the health benefits from it. So when you go, it's way deeper than just a story. But the whole thing, like you said, bro, where was you at now? Sorry, because I veered off. What'd you say, Suleiman?
No, what I was
About
saying
Prophet
was
Muhammad.
Islam. I was saying Islam didn't start with Prophet Muhammad. Al-Islam is the religion, the way of
No, I was
life.
talking
It's a natural way
about
of
the
life.
Quran.
Submitting to
Yeah,
God.
the
Submitting
Quran.
to God. Yeah, they
All right,
all
all right. You
submitted
gotta
to
let
God.
me
They all
talk.
called on God. Go ahead.
So
Sorry, I'm just helping you out. Go ahead.
Now, BJ asked specifically about the Quran. The Quran did not exist before Prophet Muhammad. You're correct.
Right.
The Quran
Okay.
is the revelation that Allah sent from. Allah sent the revelation to Prophet Muhammad. That's the Quran. Allah sent the revelation to Prophet Moses. That's the Torah. The Torah. Allah sent the revelation to Prophet Sulaiman, Prophet
Hey,
Dawood.
in the
That's the
Torah,
Psalm.
in the Torah. All right, so
Yeah.
right there in the Torah, does it speak about Allah? Does it speak about
Yes.
what does it say? It says Allah.
Yeah, in Hebrew, Allah is the supreme God. Now, let me ask you a question, BJ. Is there any J in Hebrew? Look up, is there any J in Hebrew? A J.
No, we know it ain't.
That means they was not called themselves Jews. That's the first lie. They wasn't calling themselves Jews, and they didn't never call God Jehovah. Right? There's no J in Hebrew. So in the original language, that wasn't the titles that was given to them. So that's something that was added later on. Right? That's why the language it's important that the language is preserved, because you could catch people lying about this is the name and that's the name. That's not true. Even Jesus' name wasn't Jesus, because there's no J in Hebrew. That was not their culture. So that was assigned to him by, it goes into European, that goes into the Eurocentric influence on religion, right? The Jesus and the Christmas and all the pagan holidays, that's all European. That came way after the Prophet Muhammad, right? That came way after. Those practices wasn't in place. Think about it. If you do the research,
Even go ahead.
yeah. If you do the research,
And they even when they say peace be unto you, we say assalamu alaikum. That's peace be unto you. Even in the biblical movies and everything, they say peace be unto you. The in Hebrew, it's, I don't even know how to fully pronounce it, because we say shalom, and that's not even how you pronounce it. But it's shalom alaikum. If you look it up, Hebrew,
Your phone breaking up, Naima.
lines up. It all lines up, and you can't hear me.
Better now.
Yeah, it just shows that we all connected and we all basically saying the same thing. It's not
this is the thing. This is the thing.
different.
This is the thing that a lot of people don't
Nothing.
understand, right? The direction and the information that Allah sent to his creation and the order that he sent. A lot of information was compiled, right? It was from the prophets to the disciples, people who, follow the prophets, who wrote stuff down, right? Now, within that time period, as time goes on, certain information get diluted. Certain information gets corrupted. Certain things is thrown off. Certain things he say, she say, right? And so what Allah did was, once that happened, once people railed off the righteous path, the true path, he sends prophets. He sends prophets to reestablish the truth. And that's happened throughout time. A lot of prophets was killed because people didn't like what they were saying, because what they said was in opposition with how people was living. So man got a problem with that. When Allah says something, man has a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes man is arrogant. He thinks he know better than Allah. So when the prophets come with divine revelation, just like Prophet Muhammad, you said, how can Allah send information to Prophet Muhammad, this illiterate man? The same thing go for the other prophets. All the scriptures wasn't written yet. They all received revelation from Allah, and then from oral speaking, they laid it down, and then people started writing it down. But other than that, everything comes from divine spirituality, divine understanding, information, certain signs in life that Allah sends to his creation. And a lot of the prophets, they tune into that, and they was able to explain certain things in a certain way. Now, people don't have to believe that. You don't have to believe nothing. You don't have to believe none of the prophets existed, right? But the science of life and certain lessons you're going to have to go through, and you're going to learn. Nobody's not going to learn. Everybody's going to learn, live life, and everybody's going to die and face judgment. That's how this goes. Nobody can escape it. So I do believe Allah created a manual. He gave scripture to how we're supposed to live, certain universal laws that we're supposed to follow. And Allah has say over us. That's just what it is. Now, if you don't believe that, then you don't believe that. You just don't. You're gonna make your own decisions in life. That's just how that goes. Like I'm pretty sure a lot of people reflect on life and say, "Yo, I should have did this. I shouldn't have did this. I should have thought about this. That didn't make sense to me when I was younger. Now it makes sense to me now." You know what I'm saying? So that's the beauty of living. Allah allows everybody to live, make mistakes sometimes. Some people make mistakes and they don't get to live. They out of here. And then other people get to learn from those people who made mistakes and try to do better. That's just what it is. But certain knowledge exists and it's been preserved. But man has corrupted certain things. That's why maybe Davon, he might see it all is all BS because man took certain aspects of truth and corrupted it and used it to abuse and oppress people and control people and everything else. But that's not true Islam. That's not the true way. The true way is, being righteous and helping people and growing and organizing and taking it to another level for the pleasure of Allah. You know what I'm saying? And the main thing is whooping shaitan, whooping the devil. While we on this earth, our job is to whoop the devil forever until we die and to bring forth clarity. So
I don't believe that it's not true. What I don't believe is I don't believe man can't be corrupted. I don't care the man. I don't care the prophet. I don't. The moment you tell me you are made of flesh and bone, I believe you could be corrupted. So for me, that's why I don't like to follow anybody's word or nothing. I know the right from wrong, and my heart tell me right from wrong. My soul tell me right from wrong. My soul tell me, man. Whenever I do wrong, I feel it in my chest. Like, oh, that was wrong. I shouldn't have did that, or whatever the case may be. Or at least when I know what I'm doing. So, for me, for me, following God is something that's much deeper within yourself. So I've seen too many people that was Muslim, too many people that was Christian, too many people that was normal do bad. I've seen people pray 5 times a day and go stab somebody. I've seen it all. Like, you know what I mean? Or see somebody pray 5 times a day. Yeah, I see somebody pray 5 times a day and have a rape charge. Like I read the things that's in these Qurans and Bibles and then be like, this just doesn't make sense to me. You're not gonna sit here and tell me there was mad animals on a boat and none of these animals ate each other for 40 days and 40 nights and it wasn't some type of chaos or something like that. I'm not gonna believe you ushered all of these animals onto a boat. I'm not gonna believe somebody walked on water. I'm not gonna believe in some of these folk tales and folk tales because I just think it all derives from the actual point of treating each other better, of having faith in the right things and stuff like that. I think all of that stuff is just a distraction. I think sometimes church can be a distraction. The mosque can be a distraction. I think all of those things can be not wrong, but just not what it'd be manipulated. I just think it's just not what it was intended to be or what it's intended to do. You know what I'm saying? I think once you get that deep, it's just trying to show somebody else you're a better person than that other person, or a group of people show another group of people that they better than that group of people. And I just think it's just a whole mind fuck, excuse my language, a mind craziness of just trying to get away from what's doing right. And sometimes you could just do right by not taking a part of the group message of masses. You know what I mean? I think we can all just do that individually and alone. That's all. Okay. But yeah, Suleiman, I do embrace the chaos.
So I agree with that. Everything is not necessarily about a group. Like, you don't have to go to the mosque because you're Muslim. You know what I mean? I feel you can worship at your home.
Well, that's put in place if you're a male. If you're a male, you're supposed to go to the masjid for Juma. If you're a male. Now women don't have to.
To hear the word and the message, I agree with what you're saying. But at the same time, I'm talking about even if you starting from a certain point, you know what I mean? And you're doing your studying, like what he's saying, that he doesn't want to be influenced by men. And I can respect that because it's not about men. That's my biggest thing. And that's what this whole conversation is usually about. Like, even us debating, we're not debating to fight. We're more so debating to share information. On our side, we're showing that we're way more connected than some may think that we are. And that's what I talk about even when I say, oh, Muslims get a bad rap, because it's like we're like put in a box like, oh, we worship the devil, or we doing something totally different. It's like, nah, we all brothers and sisters, and there's a lot more similarities than you think. It's just a few things that I gotta point out on your end is why, you know, we disconnected. But it's just, you know, healthy conversation at the end of the day. I know we all get passionate at some point, but once we all settle down, you know what I mean, we realize, you know, we are, you know, we all one community. But the whole thing is, and we learn from each other, you know, and it's good for us to put each other in line. Oh, y'all need to be more peaceful. You know, yeah, it's good for BJ to check us sometime. You know what I'm saying? Like that's about. So, you know, there's no issue with any of that. The whole thing is like, yeah, but it's for you knowing for yourself and doing the studying and then seeing where, like you said, you found God. So you already found God. So now you, throughout your life, you're going to come across certain things. You're going to read certain things. You're going to see certain things that you can connect with, or that's going to make sense to you. You know what I mean? And that's the whole thing. It's after a while, for certain people that look into it, Islam just makes sense. It's not even about, oh, you know, oh, the book. The stories and all of that help you. Well, for me, they help me. You know what I mean? And it's not even really the story, just the message. That because I could connect to a lot of the messages in my day-to-day life. You know, and like I said, being young, a lot of stuff I didn't pay attention to. And then as I got older in the world and seeing certain things, and when I went back to study it, I was like, oh, and it just was like an aha moment type thing. But it wasn't like, oh, this says this, so I got to go out here and do this and do that. Like, it's not all about that. It's just about, I need to be living right, you know, because I'm off balance. And I know why I'm off balance. And this is helping guide me back to being on balance, you know, and my connection with Allah, you know, and doing the right things. And see, me, I know because I've seen the bad things too. And it's not just, oh, I see other people doing bad things. I've done bad things. I'm not innocent. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. And it may not be like bad things like, oh, I stole something, but it's bad things on my level of understanding that I knew that I shouldn't have done. You know what I mean? So now I'm like, okay, I got to get back to the basics, and I got to get more balanced again and be righteous, because that's all that's going to feed my soul. So that's really what it's about, you know? But, and it's like I said, a lot of the things that we do is it uplifts you spiritually. It's not like no cultish, whatever, you know, type stuff. And a lot of the reason why I bring up the Hebrews a lot, the Jews, is because a lot of things they do, we do too. So we have a lot of similarities, you know, alike, that, you know, this been going on. You know, we've been the people, you know, and we've been practicing these things. We just got influenced by what's going on outside. Nobody, our grandmothers wasn't dressing the way everybody's dressing today. Just FYI, even if they wasn't dressing like Muslims, they wasn't dressing how everybody's dressing today, wearing like underwear outside. And it's not about shaming or judging nobody. It's just when you look at what's going on outside in society, and it's all by way of the devil, period. Like, you know what I'm saying? And some of us, we choose to follow, and some of us, we choose to fight. We choose to separate ourselves from that, because we're not trying to go down that rabbit hole.
Oh, I'm gonna play this last clip, y'all. Let me see what you think about this.
We must show up! Stronger than we did the first October 7th! Louder than we did the first October 7th! Make it clear! We are not going anywhere!
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I watch this stuff and I just get tired, man. I get tired of seeing the same thing over and over and over again. And then when you say something about it, you're crazy. When you say something about it, you're wrong. When you say something about it, you're toxic, you're racist, you're, you know, this, that. Look, the truth is the truth. Reality is reality. And like I say all the time, if it looks like crap, if it smells like crap, and it tastes like crap, it's crap. You can't sit here and spray perfume on it and try to gaslight an entire population into thinking that that's not happening, or it's not real, because it is. You can't call squares triangles and expect everybody to believe it. Only fools will. Only the sheep will. And I don't know about you, but I'm tired of being a sheep. I'm tired of everyone telling me to put the wool over my eyes and just pretend like it ain't happening. It is. Now look, if you're tired of it and you want to stand firm in your beliefs, you want to become
Mm-hmm.
One more, y'all. I'm up out of here. I gotta go to work. Hold on. My fault. That was in New York. Y'all didn't see that?
Nah, I see that.
Thank
All
you.
right, that's
With what?
Wait, what happened? I think I missed something. What happened?
You ain't missed nothing. Nothing. You good. There you go.
Come on.
The first that
Serious.
video, y'all ain't see that first video?
You
Yeah, I
seen it,
saw it.
dude.
Before the dude started talking? That was them people and they was in New York. Uh
Protest,
pro
Palestinian protest.
Hamas.
Protesting for Hamas.
Why I keep doing that?
Mm. That's Hamas.
They saying
Flying shit.
October 7th.
That's the thing with that though. It's just too recent for me. It's like they dead just came on their front door and it was a hostile takeover. And that's the thing. Like
Where
it's
at?
a little different when you talk about us with slavery. You know what I mean? Because that was our ancestors, and it really, we still going through things from that. But we witnessed it and we watched Roots and all of that type of stuff. Like we didn't. This is like present time for them. You know what I mean? And they grandparents and they parents, and it's just foul. You know what I mean? So it hits a little bit different. It really does. Like if somebody was, because we was brought over here. If this was, this is ours though. Can't nobody gonna tell me this is not ours. We built this country. But if people came right here, right now, and was doing what they doing to them, we would not be having it. And y'all know that. We would not. Like, it's no way. Not in
Doing
present
what?
time. They
What
gonna
you talking about?
keep taking our neighborhoods and just pushing us into like a little corner. That's kind of wild. Like,
Who are you talking about? ICE?
oh, I thought we was talking about Hamas.
Oh, nah. We was talking about Hamas. Hold on.
Now she was referring
Israel.
to
Bro, that's
Israel.
haram.
Israel.
Wait, 1 second. Yo, do you agree with what's happening with Palestine and Israel?
I fundamentally disagree
Thank you.
with what Hamas are doing.
Oh, you shut the up, you cunt. You cunt. Israel, eh?
Is this Sunnah? Is this Sunnah to speak like this? You've got like a Sunnah beard, but you're speaking like a kafir.
It's not Sunnah. It's not Sunnah. Yo, are you a Jew, yeah?
أنا يهودي الحمد لله. أنت مسلم؟
Yo, you're Zionist. You know
أنت
Zionist.
أنا زيوني الحمد لله. أنت مسلم. أنت مسلم. أنت مسلم.
Say what you want. Palestine will be promised to us Muslims.
يا قومي ادخلوا الآية المقدسة التي كتب الله لكم لبني إسرائيل. استغفر الله يا منافق. يا منافق. يا كفار.
Oh, we're munafik.
كفار.
We're munafik. You're the biggest munafik.
لا يا كفار.
Anything else?
So I literally recited the Quran where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives the land to Bani Israel. What have you got?
Bro,
Other than your potty mouth friend who just swears, what have you got? I'm reciting Quran from memory. What are you reciting?
Okay, wait. 1 second. 1 second. Let me ask you one question. Do you live in the UK or live in Israel right now? Right now.
أنا من إسرائيل الحمد لله.
Israel.
Hey, he was citing the Quran and all that, man. He was citing the Quran. They got to come better than that. That's the same guy. That's the same guy. Got to come better than that.
Yeah, he's one of those Charlie Kirk types. You're gonna have to come to him.
No, not Charlie Kirk. He's more like the gypsy. He's more like the gypsy guy.
Maybe like the Saint. Maybe like the Saint.
Charlie Kirk too. He's more like that gypsy guy and Nick Fuentes. Yeah, Charlie Kirk in a way too, because Charlie Kirk do his Charlie Kirk thing.
My point is, you're gonna have to, you're gonna have to come at them intellectually, because cursing and all that ain't gonna get you nowhere.
If what you believe in is the righteous way, the right thing, then it's nothing to really to be
that's wrong.
So flabbergasted about. It should be easy. It should just come from the heart. You shouldn't. Why are you getting upset? Why are they so upset when your way of life is the truth? It's the truth.
I remember, not for nothing, that was one of my life lessons one time. My Uncle Butter was telling me about myself when I was like 21, 22 years old or something like that. And I got mad. I started yelling like that. Pop, pop, pop. See, what you yelling for? That's all he said to me. What you yelling for? And I had to realize since I'm yelling because I'm trying to defend some bullshit. And that's anytime I see that now, when I see somebody yelling or cursing and all that, actually, are you trying to defend some bullshit? That's all you doing.
Yo, so in the Quran, does it say that the Holy Land is promised to the children of Israel also? Or something like that?
You said the Holy Land?
Because that's what he said. Or what?
Yeah, but they're not the original Hebrews. The Hebrews were not European at all. The bloodline was Semitic, Afro-Asiatic, African. So they're not the chosen people of the scriptures. And chosen means you chosen in character, the way you carry yourself, your beliefs. It wasn't a bloodline.
Descendants of Jacob.
Like Davon got the original hairstyle, the Hebrews, the locks.
My grandmother tell me I'm Hebrew every time I get over the phone with her. Every time I get on the phone with her, it's the first word that I'm
the Europeans try to copy us. They try to curl their hair and make locks. Because they read the scriptures. The scriptures, the people had locks. They're not the original Hebrews. They're Jewish. They Jewish. They kind of like a Jew. Jewish.
That's a good one. They Jewish. All right, shit. I'm out, y'all. I got.
All right, brothers and sisters.
Gotta get up for work my damn so something make some bread. All right, brother. Nice, y'all.
Have
a good night.
For real. We
Yeah, I'll be ready.
So
I'll be back at the crib. It's the new year too.
Not even froze.
Yeah, not even froze. They gonna be celebrating that new year like it ain't just another day.
Y'all be safe, man. Y'all be safe for the New Year's. I'll speak to y'all later, man. Peace to everyone in the chat.
Assalamu alaikum. Peace.
Walaikum
Have
salam,
a good
man.
one.
See y'all later.
Walaikum salam.
Peace.
Or just goodbye.
Yeah,
I was a bad son, now I'm a good dad. I was a bad son, now I'm a good dad. I was a bad son, now I'm a good dad. What up? When I was a little boy, I put my hood on my back. All eyes on me and nobody cut me no slack. While bowling up and down, that cold money was all I thought. And daddy was selling drugs, so it made me say fuck sports. Him teaching me the game, felt like he was passing the torch. In front of projects, I jumped off the stoop, not a port. My OGs was my idols, not no Meech or Rick Ross. And remember, to be a boss, life was always the cause. I carry Christ on my back, that's why they call me the cross. And whenever shit was rough, I just hustle and stay my course. And every time I pull myself back on my feet, digging my cleats. Every step I take, rip up the streets. A gun in a vest, some money and weed is all I need. When I hit the block, my mama started losing her sleep. To love a nigga like me is really not for the weak. I became a villain after that 100 bullets ate up my Uncle G. I was a bad son, now I'm a good dad. I'm hands-on, my kids ain't raised by no iPad. I show up every day, if you a man, try that. Can't call yourself a man if you make a child and deny that.